Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show,
It's on the road.
where everyone's sniffling.
What's the matter?
I don't know. Stunt Brain has this weird, deep voice going on. I'm like, if you're sick, go home. He's like, no, I feel all right.
Go home.
I hate the people that come in here when they're sick. Sometimes we have to because we have no choice. But the behind-the-scenes guys, Kenny sneezing in the corner over there. There's some sniffles in the air. Well, now he's not there. I'm not seeing.
I just go through a whole ritual of like, should I blow my nose in the morning? Should I just leave and, wait? And then it gets so annoying. You do that thing where you're like, and you feel something moving up and down in your nostril.
Oh,
and it gets
I hate
too
that.
annoying. So you're like, now I got to blow my nose. And it's a big project. Blowing my nose is a big project because I got to be in front of a mirror. I can't just blow my nose.
Why?
Because I won't be sure if everything is out of the way, like and clear. I don't want to be the guy that walks around and like, hey, how you doing? You got big snot in your nose. So I got to be there, and then I got to take the tissue and make a twisty, and then give a little auger action in there, and get everything off of the sides. I like leaving with a completely clean nose.
You don't have a good blow.
No, I do.
If you have a good blow, you just know it's clear.
Dude, sometimes it's like bubble gum. It sticks to the side. You gotta ream out. You gotta ream it.
People hate us. They're waking up to this.
Morning.
You ever get the whole side of the nose is like a coat of paint?
Yeah,
and then you give it a good blow and you look. You always have to look to see.
Never look.
You gotta look.
I look at.
What's wrong with you?
That's why I gotta be by a mirror. I look in my nose to make sure nothing's there.
No.
I never look in the tissue because I don't want to see it.
You gotta look to see what you accomplished, and
Nope.
then when you see that coat of paint, like just perfectly in the tissue, you're like, all right, I got a good blow. Got a good blow in. Looks like a cornflake sometimes in the tissue. Yeah.
All right, look. To me, any type of mucus is worse.
I know, Anthony.
It's the second worst.
Where does that come
bodily
from?
Fluid or bodily thing.
You were shy when your you-know-what popped out and the babysitter saw it.
Well, yeah, but that had nothing to do with snot.
You flush as you go to the bathroom. You don't wait till you're done.
I courtesy flush in public bathrooms. Also, I hate making sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
So, you use the flush to kind of cover up the sound effect.
As I get older, I don't care about the sound as much.
Well, something, as people get older, they don't care about anything, apparently.
I'm like, you know what?
They don't care about the way they're dressed. They don't care about ear or eye hair, brow hair, nose hair.
Oh, no, I care about
People
all that
just
stuff.
give up. No, I'm just saying, as people get older, they just give up.
Sure, on everything. But, I mean, if the sounds are pretty impressive, then I'll just have to sit in the stall and wait for everybody to leave the bathroom.
There's a certain...
Because I don't want to be seen then. But if it's a little, whatever, then I just walk out.
I've been in public bathrooms where there's sound.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. I give
me
a little
about it.
tap with my foot, and then I put my foot under the stall and hit a cop's foot with it and hope for the best.
And then pull out all the PVA cards and hope that...
Yeah. But there's your standard sounds of bodily functions.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the people that have to go like, huh?
Oh, I hate that.
Huh? Oh.
That is the worst.
But I don't want to hear the pleasure you're deriving from this.
You shouldn't have pleasure from that. Some people say they have a little pleasure from that.
It's fine to have a little pleasure, all right, at least that's out of here.
Yeah.
At least that's done, ski.
Yeah.
But in a public bath, you can moan to your heart's content at home, whatever you want to do. Public bathrooms, have a little pride.
You really should try to stay a bit quiet. Getting back to the nose thing, though.
Yeah.
You ever have a whistler?
Yeah, whistlers suck.
You ever wake up in the middle of the night because you have a whistler?
Yeah, and then you're
and something's keeping you awake, and you're like, what the?
Yeah, what is that? And then you gotta blow your nose.
The nice whistler, yeah.
And once you do anything when you wake up in the middle of the night, you just screwed yourself. If you wake up, all I want to do is move one open eye to the clock and see what time it is and then shut it. Mm-hmm. The second you move a finger or something, you're up. Your body's like, all right, up time.
Yeah.
So to get up and actually blow your nose, which, gets your blood pressure up in your brain. Now your brain's being fed by more blood and more thoughts are coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, enough.
It is annoying.
Slept till 5:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 5:30 this morning.
No, that would have been a hell of a... Would I transport myself here?
You would think after 4 years of doing morning radio, you'd have it sort of figured out. I know you never totally get used to this, but
Vacation screwed me.
But you got to
Totally
know
screwed
if you sleep till 5:30 in the afternoon, that's going to not help you on the other side.
Yeah, but you know what? It's so good at the time. I was
True.
going to sleep. When I was going to sleep, I was going, huh? Oh, huh? Oh, because it felt so good to sleep.
How many hours did you sleep after the show? From like noon to 5:30, something like that.
My truck was in the driveway, still going click, tick, click, click, making the truck cooling off noises as I was
Wow.
in bed.
Wow.
In bed, asleep. I looked at the clock and went, I'm exactly 12 hours. I'm in bed exactly 12 hours after I went to bed the night before, and I'm back in bed. And then I slept. I woke up. I look at the clock. It was like 5:30. I just went. That was my sleep. And then I took a nap. Me and Travis were talking about this. My naps have turned into my sleep, and my sleep is now my nap. I nap before the show, but I sleep after the show.
Does that work out for you?
No, nothing works.
I hate going to bed at 9:30.
Terrible.
I go to bed at 9:30.
I try. I go to bed, but I don't go to sleep. I find myself last night, I got one eye open. I'm watching Survivor Man in the snow making something out of pieces of a plane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I up? The hell am I doing awake? I roll over and out loud I just go to sleep.
No. We got lots to do today, man. Lots. You see the front page of the paper today? This divorce story?
This is a biggie.
We want to go rah-rah for this guy, but then we see who his lawyer is, and now we're in a quandary.
I'm not.
A bit of a quandary.
Screw him.
Screw the guy?
Screw the guy. Make him give her his kidney.
But you got to support the guy every time in divorce cases. Sorry, ladies, but, the guys get screwed out there. We all know that by now. And I know a few women will go, well, no, not in my case. I had to pay.
I was the one that ended up. All right, Miss 1 in a Million.
No
Shut it.
kidding. We do get a couple. We'll acknowledge that. But then the phones are just like lit for over an hour with guys just getting screwed left and right in these divorce cases.
And the reason the girl walks away getting taken in a divorce is because you married a bum. You married a bum.
You know what we're going to do? Because we don't want to rush through this story. When we get back, we're going to tell you what this man wants back from his wife in the divorce case. This is wonderful. This is a wonderful little case.
Yep.
And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. We're
And
just
who's
warming up here.
representing him?
Well, that's where the problem comes in, right?
Yeah.
And the phone number, 877-212-O&A. Just getting started. Opie and Anthony. Let's get right back into this. Opie and Anthony. People Choice Awards were on last night. It's really tough to watch those award shows, right? There was a time they were kind of cool, no?
They were giant, man. Award shows were, because there were only a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where every week there was another stupid awards show. And now I think there's been a backlash where people just don't care anymore.
And then MTV did a good job with their award shows because they were kind of mocking award shows as they were giving out awards. And then MTV started taking themselves very serious with their music awards and their movie awards.
We have to put this on delay because last year somebody said a bad word.
The problem with that, those executives, they should have maybe just put their broadcast on delay without telling people.
Yeah.
But these idiots that think they know better get the word out that, our show is now on delay. So as you as a viewer, there's a big chunk of people that watch this stuff thinking, oh my God, something crazy could happen.
Yeah,
these Hollywood actors are pill popping and drinking, and then they're going to go on stage. I could see something cool.
Yeah.
But you realize no, because there's a delay and nothing's going to happen, and it's very safe.
Safe. That's what we got to keep it for the children.
To the executives out there in the media business, there's a lot of people that don't want safe.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Safe isn't fun.
But I'm looking at the winners from last night, and someone's got to speak up about this Dark Knight movie. We kind of have on this show. The Dark Knight was a good movie.
What are you talking about?
It was a good movie. It wasn't a great movie. Heath Ledger was amazing
Yeah, I thought he was.
and should
really
get something for that.
The
But
movie itself was a little long-winded and boring in spots.
Sure, when you find yourself, if you watch Dark Knight a second or third time, when you find yourself, you're just waiting for Heath Ledger to go back on screen.
Yeah.
That's a sign that maybe the rest of the movie isn't as great as everyone thinks it is, right?
Yeah.
But it won Best Movie last night, People's Choice Awards.
On the People's Choice.
Now, Anthony, I think you're the only one that might have seen all three movies that were up. There were only three up?
Yeah.
I saw two out of the three. It was The Dark Knight,
Saw it.
Indiana Jones,
Saw it.
and Iron Man.
Saw it.
I ask you, my friend, which one was the best movie out of those three?
Best movie out of those three was Iron Man.
I'm with you. But I didn't see Indiana Jones, so it's not too,
Indiana Jones was it paled in comparison with the other ones.
Yeah.
Times change, things are different. You can't pull a sequel out of your crack that many years later and have it actually be relevant to the other movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all, as a matter of fact. The last Indiana Jones they made, because it's not an Indiana Jones movie. It was something else.
Right.
Starring Harrison Ford as a character that's like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, too much time has passed.
Yeah. So they add in things that are too today, even though it's supposed to be, back. I didn't like it.
You know what they should have done with that movie, like they're doing with a lot of these other franchises? Just start over. Don't even acknowledge that Harrison Ford ever did the movies. They stand on their own. People will find them and check them out.
Worked with James Bond.
Right, and just get a new young guy with new adventures and just start the franchise over.
Start anew.
I'm looking at go back down.
Iron Man kicked ass, by the way.
I loved Iron Man.
That was a great movie.
And I've seen that twice now, and that movie is just solid all the way through. Just solid. Favorite comedy? Could you go back down there, Danny? Or the other way. Sorry. Favorite comedy was 27 Dresses. What was that? Was that a chick flick? Yeah. Didn't some good comedies come out this year?
What's some of those other comedies we got?
Well, here's the problem. The three movies that were up for this award, 27 Dresses, did not see it. Get Smart, I would never go see that.
That was up for an award?
And Mamma Mia.
Oh, isn't that the ABBA?
Wasn't this the year of like Pineapple Express and Tropic Thunder? Yep. And what other big movie came out that in the comedy category? Tropic Thunder was hilarious. Now I didn't see 27 Dresses, Get Smart, or Mamma Mia, but safe to say I would not enjoy those movies.
That's a throwaway, like, dumb movie.
Tropic Thunder was at least original.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know
very
something?
original.
I watched Tropic Thunder, and
I thought it was overrated.
I thought it was okay.
But it was funny.
It was funny. It was okay. They took some chances, which was good.
I thought it was more than okay.
But I didn't find it like...
That Tom Cruise, man, was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny. His character was really funny. The movie, though, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling like, wow, this is really... I didn't feel like I was watching a, classic comedy that's going to be around for a while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job, though. 27 Dresses, that has to be a chick flick, right? What was it? Some kind of wedding thing? Looking for a wedding dress?
If memory serves, I do believe it's about some reporter that's doing some kind of piece on theme weddings. I think.
God damn. Ugh.
And I'm kind of glad that I really don't know if that's the actual synopsis or not.
Hey, I'll tell you.
You mow.
I'll tell you. I saw Zach and Miri make a porno this past year. I would see. I guess I'm out of this discussion because it's not fair if you haven't seen these movies. But why would I sit through Mamma Mia? Why would I sit through Get Smart after seeing the trailer for that crap?
Isn't Mamma Mia the ABBA thing?
Yes.
Isn't that a musical?
Yes.
How is that a comedy?
I have no idea. No idea.
People's choice, huh?
Yeah, the people's choice.
Who are the people? Saga.
And some of these other categories, I don't know. Favorite. All right. I'll favorite TV show.
TV. All right.
Favorite TV show. What do you think?
I would probably say that stupid 2.5 Men.
Hey, where's the favorite TV show there, Danny? I see reality. I see game show. I see just favorite TV show.
Is it Ugly Betty? Ugly Betty's good.
You like Ugly Betty, Jim?
Yeah. Ugly Betty.
He can't even say it with contempt on his.
No.
Without contempt on
Well,
it.
they break it up. Favorite TV drama.
Drama?
What would you
I would
guess?
say one of those god-awful CSI shows.
CSI is up there. It was up for the big win, but it lost.
Boston Legal.
Boston Legal did not make it.
Ah.
A drama? A drama.
It was. I'll give you the three:
All right.
House, CSI, or Grey's Anatomy.
Ah, that would be House then.
Yeah. They don't do cable, only regular TV?
I don't know.
Yeah, what happened with
They probably-
some edgy shows that actually
they probably-
have realistic language and
Grey's Anatomy was good. I saw that once. A hospital drama.
I kind of like the ER back in the day.
yeah, I never liked those.
So I took a peek at Grey's Anatomy. I was like, no effing way.
No.
They turned like ER into like a chick show and called it Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. But yeah, you're right. House won. And then favorite TV comedy. My God, I just don't watch these.
Is it My
these
Name
comedies.
is Earl?
What's wrong with My Name?
Nothing.
That had a pretty good run.
I'm sure it did.
Did you ever watch it?
No.
Why not?
I'm prejudging it.
I watched the first couple of seasons and just lost interest.
But I kind of liked it at first.
Yeah, at first it was really funny.
I would put 30 Rock as best comedy, but it wasn't even up for the award.
No, huh?
Yeah.
2.5 Men?
2.5 Men was in there.
Yeah.
Samantha Who
What?
and Jimmy's Ugly Betty all up for favorite
Ugly
TV comedy.
Betty.
Ugly Betty is funny.
And you got to give it to 2.5 Men, a show I'm proud to say I've never seen.
I've watched it.
I've never seen.
I watched 2 episodes separated by probably months.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. I didn't get when the laughs came in. I was there. I was just bamboozled and flustered watching it, going, I don't find this funny, but the audience, the studio audience is laughing.
Are they, though, or is it a little like push
could
this
be.
button for a big laugh?
Big applause sign or I don't.
You know, we were just talking about the Honeymooners recently. When the studio audience was laughing, you knew they were laughing.
Oh yeah.
These sitcoms, is it a real laugh? Is it some guy in a booth, sweetening up the jokes or what? You don't know. Actually, you kind of know because it sounds like it's fake laughter.
There's nothing really edgy out there and original and just
Right.
something that makes you go, wow, I'm watching something here like classic, something that's going to be around for a while.
Congrats to our old friend Jay Moore. Favorite new TV comedy, Gary Unmarried, wins the award.
He got an award?
That's strong for Jay.
That is very good.
Very, very strong for Jay. Congratulations
Won't
to
be
Jay
hearing
Moore.
from him until he's back in the gutter again.
Well, that's how it happens. Favorite animated comedy.
Favorite animated comedy?
There's
Is
a
this
lot of
movie
good-
or a TV show?
TV show. There's a lot of good animated TV shows.
I would have to say
I'll give you the list, and I might be scrambling them because I know you're a smart dude. You got South Park, The Simpsons, Family Guy.
well, I believe they probably give it to The Simpsons.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, although they should give it to second place, which is Family Guy.
Correctamundo.
Yeah. Well, there's no second place, really.
Well, South Park is strong.
South Park's strong, but it's a little too crazy for people.
Yeah.
Wow, The Simpsons.
Are you done with The Simpsons?
Yeah,
How long has that show been on now?
forever.
I think
It was on the Texaco home theater.
I think they're in their 19th or 20th year, or something like that.
Yeah, if you think back to that, what's her face's show there?
Tracy Ullman.
Tracy Ullman.
Wow.
Dude, that was on forever ago.
Yeah.
That was an 80s show. Not even late 80s. That show was on in the 80s, and The Simpsons was just a little snippet on her show.
A little side project.
Name one thing from her show,
Pfft,
except for The Simpsons. You can't.
right.
She did, she was a different lady in every sketch. She's been on television since 1966, and I would not recognize her if she walks in the room. I don't know what she looks like.
No.
Close. And then she got her big song with Paul McCartney. Remember that one? It was a video.
What? Hopping
She
on
had a
Heaven's
hit
Door?
song.
Wait, I'm
In
trying
the
to
80s.
remember.
She did. She had a hit song in the 80s. It got a huge rotation on MTV. Give me that song. Pop that song up. Look for Tracy Ullman on the music.
Huh?
They don't know about
They
us.
don't know about us.
Well, we were trying to guess, Steve.
Well, Steve guessed, and he won.
Yeah, Steve won the...
He couldn't wait to come in and show everyone he had knowledge.
You don't remember that song?
Well, now that he said that, I yes, sure.
It's-
And then at
Steve-
the end, it's Paul McCartney and her in that little car, and they're driving around, and
They hit a motorcycle, and there's a model on it.
yeah.
How desperate was Paul McCartney for a hit? Why would he work with Tracy Ullman?
I don't know, but that was at the time where like he was working with Michael Jackson and everything else, so he had a lot of hit songs. I think it was just one of those things.
Right. So you got a
I
little
think the
taste
guy-
of that?
I think the guy is also in that got like the alien ripped out of his stomach.
Oh,
I like
wow.
that
That's
echo. That was cool.
a little strange.
I'm not sure though. Maybe
Yeah.
it was a different song.
Let me go to Rob on Long Island for a second. Rob.
Hey there, Rab.
Hey, Rob.
How you doing, guys? Yeah, in the past, I know you guys have always like bashed House, and I was on that bandwagon too, just from all those ridiculous promos that you guys like. But Anthony, have you actually ever just sat through an episode, or
Yes!
you just like prejudging? You have.
I've sat through an episode of House and I find it horrid.
Yeah, you don't know this.
Really, I just honestly think the writing is good, the plot lines are good, just the illnesses that they show. I don't know. I watched, me and my wife decided to just get it on Netflix, and we've watched every episode since. We just think it's just hilarious. But okay, I mean,
Wait,
everybody has their own opinion.
Rob,
I
let me jump in. You don't really know the show well. Anthony gets freaked out by these hospital shows.
Oh, okay.
He can't get
shows.
past the fact that you could all of a sudden have an itchy ear, and next thing you know, you're dead from pancreatic cancer or whatever the hell. They
yeah.
scare the crap out of you with this stuff you never heard of before.
Well, you can't. Don't say I don't know the show well enough. I've been listening since 2000.
I didn't say that.
No, I know you know the
Okay.
show, but it was just a way of explaining where
No, of
Anthony
course,
stands
I
with
know
this stuff.
House is so wild. Wouldn't House have had his medical license revoked in episode 1? The
Well-
guy. I mean, come on.
You got to suspend that stuff.
Do ya?
You just got to go with it a little.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know.
Everyone's
was-
bleeding from a private area on that show.
He once almost lost his license from stealing a dead guy's Vicodin because he was jonesing because he was. I don't know. It's a whole big plot line, but yeah, so there was a dead guy who died of cancer, and he went to the pharmacy and signed out his Vicodin, and then he almost lost his license for that. It's just you got to suspend disbelief, you know. for the most part, but-
I like one doctor show, and it's on the History Channel. It's called Mengele. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, you guys.
All right, later, Rob.
Bye.
By the way, I did not bring the painting in today.
What?
I'm trying to build up the mystique of the painting.
Are you gonna
That's where
build-
I'm at with this
You're going
right
to build
now.
up a pissed off co-host. I want to see this goddamn painting.
That's exactly what I'm going for. See,
Well,
see, and then when I finally bring in the painting, it's going to be that much more special.
Yeah?
For everybody.
Is
Yes.
it?
Yes. So because people are asking, I did not bring it in. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow might be the day.
It better
I'm not
be.
really sure if it's going to rain in New York or not. I don't want to ruin this thing.
Sure. Sounds like you want to.
I sure do.
Use it as an umbrella.
All right, so there's a divorce case going on, and God, we love what this guy's trying to accomplish. We hate his lawyer, though.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That's the thing that threw me.
Simple as that. But let's get right into the story here.
When I donated, the next day I was on my feet.
I guess it needs a setup,
It
unfortunately.
certainly needs a set.
All right. Husband is talking here how he gave his wife a kidney.
Isn't it amazing? The odds were like astronomical that he would be able to supply a kidney for this woman's failing kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
1 in 700,000.
And she had rejected 2 previous transplants.
Yeah.
Wait, so this guy was almost a perfect match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what are the odds of that, you know?
Right.
But then, she gets his kidney, and apparently she had rejected, 2 other kidneys? But she wasn't rejecting other organs, that's for sure, because they, quiche,
You know what? That's pretty good, though.
because she was an adulteress.
Yeah,
After she got this kidney, she decided she was going to just start cheating on the guy.
According to this guy, she was cheating with a physical therapist. And,
Yeah.
And what else? There was all sorts of
Some of the other guys she was cheating with.
all sorts of shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
But here's the story: the guy talking about how he gave his wife a kidney.
When I donated, the next day I was on my feet, going down the hallway to go visit her in the adjoining room. There is
She
no
was having
greater
sex
feeling.
with the doctor.
Can you imagine?
that's what I thought he was going with that. I walked in the room and
She was taking her medication orally.
yes.
And what I mean by medication is
The doctor was giving her pure protein, saying it helped the kidney.
right.
There is no greater feeling in this planet. And God is my witness. I felt as if I could put my arm around Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It was an unbelievable.
Really?
I was walking on a cloud.
Do you
With
do
his head
that?
in the clouds, Dr.
Do you do that with Jesus? You just put your arm around him and go, hey, Jesus.
Want to go get a brew?
Hey, buddy.
buddy boy.
Shouldn't you be show a little bit more like reverence for me, Jesus?
Yeah. Like I could just smack him on the ass and go, hey, thanks.
He's not a guy in a bar you're bonding with, you idiot.
Yeah.
Supposedly the son of God, according to some of us.
I hate the people that have a reference point for Jesus, like he lives in the clouds or something.
Yeah.
Enough with that.
Was walking on the clouds.
If there is like a Jesus or a God or whatever you believe in, stop with the reference point. It's all encompassing. It's all around you.
Not building these wonderful pearly gates on water vapor in the sky.
Right above the clouds. Why do we need a reference point for this stuff?
It comes from the ancient times when people didn't know crap.
Yeah.
They thought, oh, it lives on the clouds.
Yeah, does it?
Does it? What happened? It's water vapor, dummy.
Just makes for a better story.
Yeah.
A better fairy tale, as some people believe out there.
Well, originally they thought Christ lived in Marvin Gardens, and then they felt that was just not, didn't sound holy enough.
No, it
They
doesn't.
said, all right, put him in the clouds.
But with his head in the clouds, Dr. Battista's world came quickly crashing down. He says shortly after the transplant, his wife began cheating on him.
Oh, boy.
The couple is now in the middle of a bitter divorce battle, but most of all, Dr. Battista wants his kidney back, or at least what it's worth.
In theory, we actually asked for the return.
That voice
And this is
making
where we
me
hate
cringe.
the story.
I've
This is where
heard
we
this
hate the
voice.
story.
I've heard this voice in a courtroom, and it gives me a tummy ache.
It's Dominic Barbara.
It is him, right?
Yes,
who
he's
represented
representing the
Anne
man.
Sachs, but now representing this guy, right?
Yeah, he's representing the guy. He, of course, was representing my ex. Yuck. And now he's, I guess, trying to get the financial value of the kidney.
What a jerk.
Well, he is good with certain parts of the body, because I know what he did to me. I couldn't sit down for a week. And
he attempted to take a few parts of your body
he went for
in the process.
He went for the lungs.
Well, yeah.
You go for the lungs, why not go for the kidney? Bastard.
He attempted to get your
Yeah. Yeah, took the scrot and everything.
I like to call it the bully balls.
Oof.
In theory, we actually asked for the return of the kidney. But of course, he wouldn't really ask for that. But the value of it.
The asking price for the kidney, $1.5 million.
Something of an idea of what the value is to get something that would keep you on your feet and not prevent you and prevent you from being disabled, being at home, going to dialysis 3 times a week for 3 hours at a clip.
Then what is the future earnings of the kidney? There's a potential future earnings for a kidney.
But with his head in the clouds, Dr. Battista's world came quickly
Yeah, okay. I was making sure that we play that.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful story today, huh?
Yeah, wow. Boy, that is a kick in the ass, though, for the guy. It's not an easy choice to be like, if your wife needs a kidney, I always wonder that, wife or brother or someone close to you needs a kidney and you're a match. It's like, oh, God, I got to be a match. Now you got to make that decision. Are you going to be give the kidney guy?
There's no decision to be made. I mean,
What?
you have to do it.
Do you?
Yes.
There are other people out there. What about some guy you give a kidney and then you find out the next day some stupid teen wrecked his car, chopped his head off in the wreck, and he's a perfect match.
But you're going to sit there and let your loved one sit in the hospital waiting for that moment, hopefully, to happen?
Right till the bitter end, maybe.
I mean, I would give it in a second. I wouldn't be happy about it. I'd be like, oh, this is scary and something I wasn't looking forward to doing. But I think you just got to step up and do it right away.
I'd be like, I don't think I'm a match.
You would be really freaked out to the point.
Not a match.
What would be the odds that you would actually do it?
I probably wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, it would depend on who it is. I guess
it's one of either your sister
probably
or your brother.
Brother or sister. That's probably the only case where I would. Mom, getting too old. Waste of a good kidney.
Seriously?
Yeah. She wouldn't want my kidney. She'd be go get out of here. I'm old. Screw you.
Wow.
I wouldn't. No. Why would I give her a kidney?
Because she's your mom.
Yeah.
And she needs it.
She's getting up there. Screw it.
Jimmy, what are the odds you would do it? For your sister, your mother, your father, your nephew?
Sister and nephew, yes.
Yeah. I'd go to, like, Haiti and buy a kid for $300.
Throw it in a cooler and come back home?
Yeah.
Parents, I don't know. Like you said, they're old.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
There's a lot of things that I asked for that didn't receive.
Tell her to get a Van Heusen kidney.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
Remember all those sweaters?
I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's a no-brainer.
It's a kidney.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'll be really freaked out, and I'm not happy that I'm going down that road. But I know of somebody. I have to keep it vague. This person needed a kidney. The brother was a perfect match.
Yeah.
And the brother said no effing way.
Wow.
And he was young. He was like 19 or 20 at the time.
Yeah.
This person had to go outside the family, even though her brother was a perfect match, get a kidney from somewhere else.
Oh,
and it's just been horrific ever since. The kidney was rejected. Goes back. Now she needs another kidney, or she's going to die. Goes back to the brother. Hello, can you help me out? Brother still says no.
Does he not like her, though?
Huh?
Does the brother just dislike his sister? What's their relationship?
It seemed like it was, a regular family for the most part.
Yeah.
So then the father taking out ads all over Long Island, begging and pleading, my daughter needs this, even though he knows his son is a perfect match. The guy put out ads in Newsday and was nailing things up all over town. Finally, the father was so desperate, he gave his own kidney to his daughter, even though he wasn't even close to a match.
How they do?
As the brother sat there the whole time.
How they do that?
With all sorts of rejection drugs and stuff. They, when you get into these situations, you do what, let's give this a shot instead of fade away and die.
How'd it work?
I don't know, because we're not in touch with this person anymore.
If any story I've heard could have had an ending that I would be interested in.
I know. I'm sorry.
That one.
You know what? I could probably get.
Almighty.
I probably could get an ending to that.
That
story.
was like watching The Godfather, and it ends while Michael is standing Godfather over the baby, and you don't know what happened with family business.
The end.
I can tell you this much. I would have to assume that this person is still living. I would have to assume, but I don't know. What kind of medical issues, she's having because she's got the father's kidney instead of the brother's kidney.
I'd like to, it's really...
I would know if she's not around anymore. So she's still living.
It's easy to go ahead, the brother's a dick, and he might be, but it's like, who knows what she's like? Does she do drugs? Like, is she just...
Nope.
No.
Just a very, very unfortunate situation for her. Just one of these diseases that actually is really rare. And, he passes the first time, and then you're passing the second time knowing that she's like wasting away, and the father's sitting there like, holy crap, this is my daughter. And he's sitting there.
Mess.
And he's sitting there living in the house still. He's not even on his own doing his own thing. It's like...
I don't know, though. Giving a kidney, it's like, you're on a 767 and one engine goes.
I know.
You're like, all right, we could still fly, but...
Look, it's rough.
I'm just on one here.
It's a rough thing to think about, that's for sure, but... I don't know, man. I mean, for my brothers and sisters, in a second.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy.
You got a lot of them, too, so odds are.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, God.
How many do I have these days?
These days?
I'm one of 7, and none of them have passed, but, growing up, I had extra sisters and people living in the attic, so I don't know. I don't know who I count and who I don't these days.
I don't know. And, both my brother and sister just had babies, so maybe they're a match.
The babies?
Who cares? Grow your own organ donors. That's what I say.
You're the worst.
Come on.
Matt on Long Island. And what if Opie needed a kidney? Please. The answer would be no. Who am I kidding?
Opie needs $10, I question it.
I'm not stupid. Gabe, well, here we go. We got the stories coming in. Mark in Sarasota, Florida. Mark.
Good morning.
Good morning. Wait, someone's saying hold on. Someone is saying I told an E-Rock story. What does that mean? Because it had no ending?
Well, E-Rock stories normally have no beginning or middle either. But maybe because it was...
I think that was a good story. And I'll give you guys an update. I'll find out more.
Yeah.
Opie, quickly, also, people are questioning whether your brother would print up I Got Opie's Kidney T-shirts to sell at events.
A cartoon kidney with like a funny face on it?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Wow.
Sure.
Wow logo on it.
Yeah. Wow, I gave a kidney. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, I got the call that my sister is on dialysis and she needed a transplant, and that the family members would now get tissue typed to see if it was a match. And turned out I was the only one that was healthy enough, and
Lucky you.
I got to do it. And I wasn't real happy about it, but Opie's right. It's you just have to. There's no way that you can say no.
No, it's weird. Let's say, God forbid, somebody in my family needs a kidney, and we all go in for that tissue testing.
Yeah.
And you're not a match. And then you go to them like, man, I was ready to.
I was
right there. I was ready for them to wheel me down the hall for you, bro. But unfortunately, I'm not a match. But inside, you're like, thank God.
Also on Pal
Thank
Talk,
God I don't have to make that decision.
people questioning whether Steve would put a Foundry logo on the kidney before it was transplanted.
And he'd have it put in the wrong part of the body. You wouldn't know how to navigate through the body to get to it.
Yeah. Now go find your kidney.
It's easy to search for.
Sure.
Well, they did give me a little gold-plated tie tack in the shape of a kidney and a T-shirt that says that I was a kidney donor. So
They do not do that.
Yeah, they do.
That's an insult.
Tie tack.
That's an insult. So how has it been since?
The first 3 or 4 months, it was pretty rough, but ever since then, I'm doing really well, and I'm really healthy, and she is too, although she started skimping on her anti-rejection medication, and we were a really good match, and so she started to get what they call an acute rejection, which is because she was skimping on her meds, but she's back on it now, and she's learned her lesson.
How annoying is it, by the way, when you give up a kidney?
Extremely annoying.
Yeah, he already knows what you're going to say, but go ahead, Jim.
Oh, no, I was going to say, wait, did you think I was going to say when you give a kidney and then she's not upkeeping what she's supposed to?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I meant how annoying is it when you give a kidney and it's rejected for whatever reason? Maybe not even that.
Oh, my, can you imagine?
It's like they can't get it back, can they?
You're like, well, give it back to me. It was working fine in my body.
Yeah, you want to just look at their dumb body. So did you call her screaming?
No, I just kind of kept my mouth shut because, what's she going to do? She made a mistake.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Listen, the phones are lit, 877-212-08. People want to talk about this for a little bit. And I'll tease this. I got a friend. Wait till you hear about his wife and how she's doing. And it has something to do with, obviously, organ transplants. Wait till you hear this one.
Is it your friend Delbert Grady?
A fellow fraternity brother. And, wow.
Marshmallow transplant? No?
I think he was side by side with me when we had to do that horrific homoerotic thing to get into the fraternity. Yeah, this makes sense. All I want to do is drink some beer from a keg and go bang sorority girls. Why do we have to do this? Why?
Marshmallow gag.
Opie and Anthony. I got a quick I told you so. I'm a big Jets fan. What a disaster. We all know that by now, right? And then the Jets go and fire Mangini. And Mangini pretty much didn't want Brett Favre. He wasn't totally on board with that whole thing. But he went with it. And they did pretty well. And then Brett Favre completely collapsed like I told everybody out there. And when they fired Mangini, I go, look, you watch. He's going to be coaching somewhere else immediately. And sure enough, the Cleveland Browns have picked up Eric Mangini to coach their team next year.
Yeah.
He's a young, good coach. How do you fire him after a 40-year-old quarterback has a disastrous second half of the season?
Oh,
how do you do that?
The heads roll.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you just hang with your people for a few years?
How many years did he coach?
3, right? I think he got 3 in. He's good, though, and he's young, and, he's hungry, and now where are the Jets? They got to figure out who's going to be coaching the team, and they got to figure out who's going to be throwing the ball next year. Just the worst. You pick a team yet? Eagles, Giants?
Of those two, I'd much rather see the Giants. I hate the Eagles.
Really?
I don't like the Giants. I hate them against most teams.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Washington, the Giants and Philly, it all depends local, like who's been killing the Cowboys more. But Philadelphia, I will always hate more than any of those teams.
Yeah. I can't make a pick. I could care less. I don't like either team, so.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants, it's like, look, I mean, I think they're better, so why not? I'd rather see them go than the dirty Eagles.
I'm watching football tonight, my friends. National title on the line. Go Gators.
Oh, God, that college thing?
I love the college football.
Yeah, all right.
And my nephew, goes to Gainesville, so
have fun with that.
We gotta pull for the Gators tonight.
Oh, okay, then that's why.
Yeah.
I root for my alma mater, which is Middlesex Community College. I went to one semester back in 1987, and I root for them in all of the national sports confrontations.
What's their banner?
Yes, I do. And it says MCC.
What's their big sport, Jimmy? What were they good at? Every college claims to be good at one sport.
Buddy booth drilling. They're amazing at that. They can put a hole in a wall in under 3 seconds. Perfectly beveled hole.
Hey, Chris in Oceanside, I'll give the other side of this for the people. Mangini sucks, and so do the Browns. Good fit. So, there you go. The other side of that issue. Back to...
You're missing the big news today, bro.
Yeah, what?
Soupy Sales, 82 years young.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
We saw him 10 years ago on the road, and I thought he was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ope were driving in. It was longer than 10 years ago. Who the hell knows? It was like right when we got to New York.
Did he punch Opie's mirror?
No, he wasn't that guy.
Okay.
But he was standing on the side of the road, and we were like, "Hey, Soupy!" And he gives this confused look, and he looked like a corpse standing there. He's still alive. Still alive.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, you got to see a picture of Kevin Federline. How fat did this guy get? What website is that on?
No way that's Kevin Federline.
Just to explain to the people, as we're doing the radio show, we got Danny just surfing constantly, so things just pop up that you got to react to. There's a picture of Kevin Federline. He's got to be twice the size.
He's giant.
Of when he was kind of famous doing the Britney thing. He's giant.
Is he E-fed now? Is he called?
Wow.
Yeah, that's up on the superficial.com.
Superficial.com, and we'll link it on onaradio.com. And if we're talking about pictures, we got to say hi to our boys at whatwould.TylerDurdenDo.com or www.tdd.com, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tyler Durden do?
They got a picture, and they're playing it safe. They're not sure if it's real, but there's a picture of Jessica Simpson that will give you an instant chubby.
Yeah.
An instant chubby. Go to www.tdd.com.
If that's
real. And the picture's titled, Holy Crap. Her big, huge bosoms. She's sitting...
Her bosoms.
She's sitting on the beach right in the water there. And you see everything. I mean everything. And she's sporting what Jimmy loves.
Yeah. Let's just say...
I mean, we're all fans of that area, but in particular, Jimmy likes when it looks like that.
It's massive.
If that makes sense.
Picture,
it really is.
Picture Cornelius wearing bikini bottoms over his face. It's amazing.
She looks like when you do this, like shadow puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? When you do this one, you try to make it look like a duck.
Like a little duck mouth. Yeah. Opening.
That's what it looks like in her bathing suit.
Yeah.
John Mayer's a lucky bastard, man. If that is what it looks like it is.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're not sure. They're trying to figure out if this is a real picture or not. If it is, wow.
I hope not. It will just depress me and make me want to murder.
That is a that is a solid one.
Oh, dude, it's fantastic.
That is
You can wear it as a hat. Wow, is that sexy?
You might lose half your face.
It'd be well worth it.
All right, let's get back to the phones. We're talking about kidney transplants.
Yeah.
It's a big story today in New York. Some dude wants his kidney back that he gave his wife because they're going through a divorce.
Because she was screwing around on him.
Yeah, what a jerk she was, huh?
Oh, well.
Let's say hi to 13-year-old JC.
I'm on the air. Hey, boys.
Wait a minute. Who
conducting business? He's like, I'm on the air.
Yeah, who are you saying I'm on the air to? Your mom?
No, to my dad because I need him to turn down the radio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys work together, huh?
My bad. Yeah.
So what do you got, JC?
I'm wondering, Aunt, would you give me a kidney?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh. Why would I give you? Well, it's because he's young and, like, sacrifice for the little youngster. No.
You'll be dying soon of your alcoholism.
As long as you don't need my liver, right?
JC rules. By the way, JC, from now on, I don't care when your birthday is, you're going to always be 13-year-old JC.
All right, works for me.
All right, man. Have fun at school today. What's the big plan today?
Oh, we have this stupid Indian dude who has elephants paint these paintings that look like abstract fat woman pictures. It was just horrible. Doing a speech about how it inspired him in the inside. So I'll be studying for my math class during that.
Yeah.
See, he knows what's important.
Wait till I show you the painting I got there, JC. It might inspire you.
Looks like it came out of the other end of the elephant.
Ah.
All right, man. Have fun at school. Say hi to Dad.
All right. See you later, guys.
All right, man. Let's say hi to Randy in Ohio.
If I have to deal with one more of the... Sorry, Randy, 2 seconds. If I have to deal with one more of them, though, if that kid comes up to me in years to come, you know who I am? Remember me? I was 13 when I used to call the show. Oh, no, what?
We got 30-year-olds that hang out at the other place.
Yeah.
I started listening to you guys when you were at AAF. I was 16 years old.
I'm
now married with 5 kids.
I get things on MySpace and stuff where people are just like, "Hey, I used to listen to you guys when you were in Boston. I was 11, and I'm in college, and I just graduated." Just like, oh God,
it's a bit weird. Randy, how are you, buddy?
Doing well, man.
Good. What do you got?
Well, my mother wanted a kidney, needs a kidney, and my sister and I are both perfect matches, and giving her a kidney would be like giving Mickey Mantle or Anthony our liver. So what's funny is she's out tried to take me to court because my sister said that she would do it, but then I went and talked to my sister because my mom is an alcoholic. But they say the alcoholism has just speeded up the process, that she's got some kind of disease. So I talked to my sister, and she has kids, and I have kids. And I said, well, if my mom's got the disease, there's a chance that we might have it, or our kids, they might need the kidney one day. And she's not going to straighten up. She's not going to change.
Yeah, but
so my mom's actually, go ahead.
Yeah, you're just trying to justify the fact that you don't want to give her a kidney. I think I'm kind of with you. If she's an alcoholic, and you got kids of your own, I don't think that's a tough call. I think I would pass on that one.
Well, she's tried to take me to court because I talked my sister out of it. And since I'm a organ donor on my driver's license, he said, well, I should be doing that anyway. It's really funny around Christmas time because, pass a turkey, give me your kidney.
Right.
So that's where we stand. So I wouldn't do it. I would give my sister or her kids or my kids, any day. Right now.
Well, kids, people and your goddamn kids, you sacrifice everything for them.
Well,
What do they wind up doing?
Your mom sacrificed a lot for you.
She didn't do crap.
She did a lot for you.
She was just doing what she had to do, not what she wanted to do. What are you kidding? She wanted to be out partying all the time. She was. My brother was our babysitter at 7 years old, I think. All right, Joe, watch the kids. Yeah.
Why do you hate kids so much?
They're inconvenient, annoying, disgusting.
Well, a lot of people would agree.
Life wreckers, body wreckers, relationship wreckers, romance wreckers, sex wreckers.
But why do you hate them? Does it go back to when you were being brought up?
No, it really doesn't go back to that. It goes back to the fact that I look at people that have kids, and the only thing they can say, the only positive thing they can say is, once you have them, you just realize how much you just, there's a certain part of you, this love that comes out. Never one thing like, I could send them around and make them wash my car. That, to me, is more viable than this new love that I found in myself for a child. There's this thing, this feeling you get that you just don't know. You get an extra pair of hands around the house once they get old enough. When they're babies, they're useless.
But first, you got to understand love. Do you understand love?
I understand love. I gave it a shot a few times. But kids, no. Love between a guy and a girl in love is a different thing than this love between a parent and child. The love between a parent and child is this obligation. Mm-hmm. It's this obligated love that you have because you made something.
Let me ask you
made
something.
a pet. You made a pet that has an opposable thumb and a brain.
Were you, now that some time has passed, were you ever in love with, your ex-wife or the long relationship you had?
The ex-wife, never.
Never.
The long relationship, sure.
Okay.
But the ex-wife, no.
Well, with the ex-wife,
never in love.
You have said on the show, so it's safe to say that you guys were close to maybe trying to have a kid. But you didn't agree. But you didn't agree with having kids. So what was going on in your head?
That was during the Anthony. I'll do anything to stop the conflict phase of Anthony.
And you thought that would stop the conflict?
That Anthony, by the way, is
dead
and buried.
No kidding.
Dead and buried. Now it's conflict. Yeah. If I feel I need to conflict.
It's the Opiate and Gaza show.
Yes, exactly. Don't lob any missiles at me.
But that wouldn't have solved the conflict.
No,
it would have made it way worse.
Well, that's why.
Knowing you wouldn't have a kid, then there'd be some
That's why I would go like, and not be done.
But wouldn't she figure it out later that you were
faking?
Oh, hell yeah.
With the ex?
I didn't want her pregnant. What are you kidding?
You were pretending?
Yeah.
To try to make
God.
I guess you could say pretending to try to make one.
Make her pregnant.
He was standing outside of a fire just pointing a hose yelling whoosh.
Exactly.
There you go. You summarized that one.
Catch me.
So then, all right.
Because that was close to the end anyway.
But let me go with that. So now she assumes the act is over.
Yeah.
But you still...
yeah.
You still have to get rid of the poison.
I got to get up and go to the bathroom.
And then you would...
I'll be right back.
And then
I'll go and think of someone else.
Yeah. And then you would try to get the toilet pregnant.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Oh. Yeah. The trap on that toilet must have looked like the Jell-O pudding vanilla factory.
Clayton,
I didn't want a kid. I didn't want one. I just saw guys having kids, and it would just.
But that's why you got married, because you saw everyone else getting married, and you felt like, well, I got to get married, I guess.
Yeah, to be an adult. And then the kid thing was not my idea. We had this plan, this long range plan. It was all right, get married. After 3 years of marriage, that's all right, we can have fun for 3 years. And then we'll work on kids. But then I started getting into radio. And then I was like, I got this career just coming up. I can't be doing this. We're going to have to alter the plan. And boy, did I keep altering that plan.
You sure did, my friend.
Until there was a massive blowout. Mm-hmm. And it was all right, it's time. And then it was oh, no one's getting pregnant here. What's the story? Go to a fertility doctor and have everything checked out. I, meanwhile, have My cells look like the Nazis at Nuremberg in 39.
I have to interrupt, though, because you were doing what you just explained a few minutes ago.
Yep.
So she's assuming that you guys are definitely trying.
But there's a problem.
And now all of a sudden at dinner or something, you got to go, well, we've been trying for a while. So
I didn't say that. I was like, no. She's like, oh, well, something we might have to go, check this out and see if there's a problem with one or the other. The guy looked under the microscope at mine, and they looked back at him with angry eyes. I'm raring to go.
And the doctor looks at you. He looks under the microscope, sees what really is going on, looks at you and gives you a wink like, all right, I've seen this one before.
Mine are all on, like, Nautilus machines.
Taking steroids. They're rocking.
Oh, rocking.
That's right.
Everything seemed to be in order, so it was just like, I don't know.
They're all trying to take on Michael Phelps. They're just having swimming competitions.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, maybe you need some kind of vitamins.
Really?
They said. So then there was this whole vitamin thing, and
did you go with the vitamins?
I'll go with anything. I knew what the real story was.
Yep. Sock full of tapioca.
Exactly.
You are classic, man.
I didn't want any kids.
All
or
these
any
years,
conflict.
I never knew. Well, I sort of knew a little of this, but I didn't realize to what extent.
Yeah.
Did she ever get checked out?
Yeah.
And they saw that she was all right?
Yep. Everything should have been hunky-dory.
How long did you do that for?
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was quite a while.
More than 6 months?
Yeah, about that. And then it got to the point where it's just kind of, things were,
Dude, she had to know, though, because, I mean, when you do that with a...
Yeah, there's kind of
afterwards, you kind of know that...
a byproduct
Thank
or
you.
something,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
I would just make it seem like, I don't even know how to put this, and I'm pretty good at doing this, but I would make it seem like it was inaccessible for her. Like I would make it seem like that should have been in her chest somewhere. like you're really not gonna find much.
You give the impression that you had opened the warehouse door and just lobbed that ping pong way into the back of the warehouse.
Way in the back of the warehouse.
She bought that?
Hey, whatever.
She had to know.
Why would anyone fake?
She's probably in denial, too. She had to know. Come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
Doesn't matter to me now.
And you can't move, though. After you fake, what happens is you kind of have to stay put for a little while.
There you go. See, Jimmy knows.
Of course.
Right.
I faked
Stay
the other
put.
way.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
What is wrong with you? All right, running down the phones because we don't have time. Clayton in Ohio. I agree with Ant, and I have a kid.
And Dave from New York is the typical fell asleep next to the bean pod in Invasion of the Body Snatchers
All
guy.
right, let's go to Dave.
Hey, Dave.
How are you guys? Good morning.
Good morning,
morning.
Dave.
And I just want to comment. I mean, when I was younger, I was wild and enjoyed myself as much as anybody. I used to go out on Friday night to clubs and not go straight to work on Monday morning. But I have two little boys of my own now. Let me tell you, it's that coming home, I drive a truck for a living, and I deal with a bunch of idiots all day in New York. And I could have the most miserable day, but when I come home and open that door, my 19-month-old comes running over to me with his arms open. It is the greatest feeling in the world. It just washes everything away.
Well,
it really does.
Good for you. I'm very happy for you and everything, and good for you, but
Are you happy for people that have kids and they seem very happy?
no, because their kids annoy me.
I understand.
Other people's kids annoy me too. But when it comes to like your brother's kids or your sister's kids, it's a whole different
Oh, they're
thing.
fine because they're like little babies and stuff, but they'll annoy me at some point. They'll annoy me.
Yeah, but you
Like I said,
don't have to live with them, though.
Yeah.
There's times that I wish that they can be annoying. There's times that I say to myself, boy, I wish I could send these kids home at the end of the day. But all when it's all said and done, I look back at it, these kids actually saved my life. Because if I was still living the life that I was living, I'd be dead. Or, I'd be
You
totally
think so?
life.
Yeah.
You never know.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Chris C. from Virginia. Thank you, Chris C. He writes, Michael Phelps, glad to see you've updated your sperm metaphors, Opie. Because we've talked about this over the years, and I always go with Mark Spitz.
Mark Spitz.
But thank you. I'm
name's
glad Chris
funny when
C.
it
is
comes
paying
to-
attention out there. You got to update these things. Or you sound like the old dude on the radio. The old dude that talks about 1970s football.
Yeah. Lily.
Exactly. Well, here's this annoying bitch. Lydia,
Here comes
Oceanside.
Lydia. She's going to
More psychobabble.
analyze me.
Go ahead, Lydia.
Go ahead, Freud.
Morning, boys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Lydia.
Anthony, it seems to me that you've spent most of your adult life trying not to be that crying boy in the back of the car. Having children would just bring you so much closer to that. I understand why you don't want children. It must be very, very frightening.
frightening.
This is why I will never go to a therapist.
I would sit there and
if she sat there and talked to me like this, I'd be like, ugh.
It's very, why are you so frightened of kids? And then I'd have to, like, eventually I'd have to go, I'm frightened. You're right, Dr. Lydia. I'm so frightened. No.
And then she would have to say something like, well, it looks like we had a breakthrough today. This is good.
This is good.
You're letting it all out.
I am scared of having children. No.
That's exactly what I would say. And then I would say, okay, our time is up. See you next week.
Yeah. Bend you over the desk.
And in the back of your head, you're going, ka-ching, 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 another sucker, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Never.
Ka-ching.
In the back of my head, I would be thinking, how sad.
I don't think Ant's scared of having kids. I think he just doesn't want them.
Scared.
I think that it's like there's a stress, this emphasis put on having children, like there's something wrong with you if you don't want them.
They wreck things.
He doesn't want them. Ant is not crazy about kids. I'm sure he's nice to his, nieces and nephews, but he doesn't want them. And what's weird about that? Good for you. I don't either.
And he shouldn't have them. If you don't want children, you shouldn't have them. But you guys were wondering why he hates them.
Yeah.
Because children are vulnerable, and Anthony has spent his whole life trying not to be vulnerable again.
What does venerable mean, though?
Venerable.
Do you mean vulnerable?
Vulnerable means weak and open to.
Oh, I was wondering where the L went.
Yeah.
But do you think that he's fearful of being vulnerable?
Venerable.
Idiot.
Yes, I do. I think he's fearful of being vulnerable.
Why can't somebody just be skipping through life, enjoying themselves, and knowing that children would completely change that, and I wouldn't be having fun?
Yeah. I have no problem with that.
Why, if I want to grab somebody and wing on down to the Bahamas and stay in Atlantis for a week straight and not have to worry about a kid, why can't it just be that I enjoy that compared to toting around baby stuff everywhere you go? Why can't it just be that? Why has it always got to be some fear? Or venerability.
And I'm with you to that point. Well, I have the problem with, but you don't think people could be happy after they have kids, though?
No. I think they can, but I think they always look back at the time before kids, and not always,
right?
But a majority of the time, look back before they had kids, and that's when they had their real fun.
Okay,
and you have to write that off because now your whole life. And I'm talking about relationships, too, because I know there are guys out there, and there's exceptions to the rule. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everybody. But there are so many women that become mothers, and they're no longer wives or girlfriends. They are moms. You're now living with your own mother or some crap like that because she's totally dedicated to the kids, and you are now way down on the old totem pole as far as pleasure goes. And I don't need that crap.
All right.
It's certainly
about
hard
me.
when you want to be the center of attention.
It is. I'm special.
That's what children do, Anthony. They want to be the
Me.
center of attention.
That's what I am then. I'm a big child. Wah, wah, wah.
Hold on.
Shut up. I hate you.
Well, we got John in Buffalo on with Lydia in Oceanside. John, what do you got to add to this conversation?
Well, I just looked up narcissistic personality disorder because I think Anthony has it. And I just want, there's 9 criteria, and if a person has 5 or more, they're thought to have it. And I wanted to ask Opie and Jimmy if these fit Anthony, if they know him.
All right, let's hear some of these. Okay. See if I'm a narcissist.
Number 1.
Shut up, Lydia!
No, hold on, Lydia, what?
I'm just kidding. Hey, why don't you get that woman off? She sucks.
I know.
Well, are you? Hold on. Are you one of these psycho guys too?
Oh no, I just looked up narcissist because I think Anthony's a narcissist.
I want to take the test.
All right, let's take
do
the
the
test
test.
and be like legit here.
All right, number 1 has a grandiose sense of self-importance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll answer him honestly.
2 is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love.
Absolutely.
Okay. 3, believes that he or she is special and unique.
Yep. I'm being completely honest.
This test, by the way, dude, is not convincing me of anything. But go ahead. 4.
4, requires excessive admiration.
Yep.
5, has a sense of entitlement.
Certainly.
6, is interpersonally exploitive.
Wait a minute. What?
What's that mean?
That's not true.
Shut up,
Anthony is
Lydia.
not a narcissist.
Lydia, what's that mean? Interpersonally exploitive.
It means you use other people for your benefit without any thought about their feeling as individual human beings.
Okay, that's something I'll say no at. Because I don't do that all the time.
That's good to hear.
I do it with people I don't like, but...
Now, seven's a no-brainer. This is what we're talking about now. Lacks empathy. In other words, if
no,
you say-
I don't lack empathy. I'm very empathetic to certain people and their plights.
Well, yeah, don't you think that saying anybody who has kids is miserable is saying that basically a large percentage of the human race is miserable?
Anthony's not a narcissistic personality disorder.
He doesn't empathize with people who have children, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't have empathy.
Yeah.
He just thinks that people who have kids should all be kind of lined up and shot. I mean, that's
Right.
Anthony's odd view, but that doesn't make him a narcissist.
Let's roll through the rest of them. What are they?
8, is often envious of others or believes others are envious of him or her.
All right, I'll give you that one. Marginal. Sometimes.
8, shows, or 9, this is the final one, so I guess you've already qualified. Shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes.
Yeah, okay, I could be arrogant.
Wow.
All right, so.
That's such a vague test, though, bro, that everyone, especially with thoughts of success and all that, like everyone fantasizes about being better at what they do or making more money. Come on.
I am.
Of course you are. I was only talking about you.
All right, catch it up.
All right, thank you, John.
Trudy's right. It has to be above and
Of
beyond
course I'm
what
right.
a normal person would do.
I'm entitled.
Above and beyond the normal fantasies of success and everything.
Yeah.
Right, Anthony's not a narcissistic personality disorder.
He's more of a sociopath.
Yeah.
He
A
is
little
not.
narcissism.
All right, Lydia.
Hurt little boy.
We're done with you. Do not
I'm
send
a
us a
hurt
bill.
little boy.
I don't disagree with Lydia.
Yeah, I could be a hurt little boy. Anybody in any type of show business is our hurt little boys or girls. That's what we all are. That's what makes us pursue this crap.
Have a wonderful day, guys.
And you have a wonderful day, too.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Hey, Lydia.
Yes.
We got to take a break.
Yeah, we got to go,
Brain's
Lydia.
going nuts.
Get lost.
His hair's falling out. He's going
Falling. It's leaping off his forehead with parachutes.
Speaking of which, in about 10 seconds, we get to hear what Stuntbrain's going to do for his horrendous hair loss. Stay there, Opie and Anthony. I know we're moving on. We were talking about transplants, but people are asking still. So, my friend from college,
Yes.
going back a little bit here, my fellow fraternity brother, a good friend of mine. We've lost touch over the years, unfortunately. He lives far away. He's got a family and kids, and I'm down here. But
See, why can't he just come down and visit you?
Actually-
oh, that's right. He's got kids.
no, he actually does a pretty good job for someone that has kids.
Yeah?
He still lives his life. But his young wife at the time, because now this goes back a few years, had some ridiculous rare disease that was pretty much shutting down her heart and her lungs.
Yikes.
Extremely rare disease. So she was on the donor list, and they were on standby where they were going to get the call at any moment for her to get a new heart and new lungs.
It's amazing.
And she was, I don't even think she was 30.
Just amazing
You get
how
it?
they can do that.
So time went by, a few false calls, and false calls? What am I saying?
False alarms.
False alarms, thank you. And they finally got the call. They had the jet waiting and everything. Don't want to really say where he's from, and they got her into this hospital. She got a new heart and 2 new lungs, and a mere less than a month later, they're down here in New York City, and I go out to dinner with them around the Christmas holiday.
Wow.
And she's smoking and drinking.
And I'm sitting there And I gotta be honest, and he's a good friend of mine, but I was completely creeped out. Very happy for him. Extremely happy for him.
Yeah.
But creeped out because I'm sitting there and I can't get past the fact that she is living because she's got someone else's heart and lungs. Kidney. When you hear someone has a kidney or something, it doesn't freak me out as much. But I'm sitting there like, I hear her breathing because she's still getting used to her new lungs. So you hear kind of, her.
Whoa.
I can't really do the noise, but she's.
Man is playing God.
Right. And she's kind of breathing with someone else's lungs, and she's still learning how to use her new lungs. And I'm sitting there like, wow. Wow.
That's something.
Wow. And she had a grand old time. She was getting around. She ate a fine meal. She wasn't boozing or anything.
No, huh?
And then they went back to their hotel, and I was just stupefied. I was like, this is just unbelievable. Can you imagine?
No, and I don't want to.
Huh? No, I don't know.
No, and I don't want to.
No, I don't want to imagine that ever.
Today's an interesting day in history.
Uh-oh.
Is it?
Why, Jimmy? Why?
It was 51 years ago today, apparently, that a young 14-year-old Bobby Fischer won the U.S. championship.
That kook.
From Samuel Reshevsky.
How long ago?
51 years ago, he was 14, and he won the U.S. championship.
That long ago?
I don't know how this makes sense, because I think he was 66 when he died, and he died like last year, but 51 plus 14 equals 65. So I don't know how that works.
Might be off a year or two.
I was thinking of the Spassky.
No, that was in the, I believe, 72.
Yeah, okay, that's what I remember then. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember that. Yeah. I wasn't born then. Jesus.
No, he beat Samuel Reshevsky.
Reshevsky.
And then became a kook. We've played his audio over the years, man. He
loves the Jews.
No, he really doesn't.
Oh, literal Jim.
No, he certainly doesn't love the Jews.
My favorite Fisher moment was when he spit on the U.S. State Department order that he not play Spassky in a rematch in '92 in Yugoslavia.
He spit on the government papers.
Hey, Ann, were you in Fort Lauderdale yesterday?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
You were?
Yep.
And you flew back in time for the show?
Yeah. I left after the show. Who is saying that I was in Fort Lauderdale?
Just asking.
Oh, okay.
Because speaking of Jews, you got this little story coming out of Fort Lauderdale.
All right.
Go steal other land! Go! Get back to the oven! You need a big oven! That's what you need!
Love is alive and well in Fort Lauderdale.
Let that be a white anti-black protest, and you watch the way the mainstream media covers it, and that gets a little bit of play, and it's in the papers, but it is getting nowhere near the coverage that would get if it was a bunch of other people not if it wasn't Muslims being nasty and trashing Jews, they would be covering that completely.
Wow.
Yeah, that's protesters at an anti-Israel demonstration in Fort Lauderdale telling the Jews to go back into the oven.
Yeah. Get a big oven, she's
saying.
saying.
Go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Holy mother of God. This reinforces my whole thing in that when you hate somebody, you will just pull out all the stops when it comes to insulting them or throwing out some type of thing that you want to hurt them with.
All bets are off.
Yeah.
We've all been in that place.
And that's why,
at least once in our life.
That's why I call shenanigans on anyone that says they've never used this racial slur or this sexist slur or something. Because when push comes to shove and you have to insult somebody and you're severely angry, you're going to pull it out. You're at least going to think it. I like the people that go, no, it's never even crossed my mind. You're a liar.
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there are other people that just think it all the time.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about the news. Then we got this crazy news story right here. This is just
crazy.
You thought that last one was bad. Listen to this.
And again, this week, Alex, I can show you the massive snow piles that have resulted. This is what... Ow! Jeez. Oh, gosh. Oh,
Mike!
Man.
You all right, pal? No, you're not. Wow. Okay, we're going to cut away from that, and I hope you're... Hey, my goodness.
Ow! Jeez. Oh, gosh.
What an ass.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He fell into the snow?
Yeah.
We'll link the video on onaradio.com.
Oh, you are right. Oh, we're going to cut away.
Why do you always have to cut away?
Stay there. We want to see it.
Yeah, who's leaving? Your dumb show.
That's what you're doing. You're doing things to keep people watching.
Yeah.
Why would you then cut away?
Yeah, come on.
And if it
Oh,
was
is that great?
Somebody other than a reporter, you can bet the media would have stayed on it.
Yeah, we're watching the video now. We'll have this linked.
He's walking. He kind of, wow, does he tumble down that little hill?
What a dummy.
Clumsy douche.
What's that, Danny?
I didn't see the video itself, so I was looking for it. This apparently is a completely different.
Oh, really?
Waterfall.
All right, well, we might have to get that.
Hopefully the one we just heard actually was doing a story on on cow patties. And stepped on a giant pile of manure.
Want to hear that again?
Yep.
All right.
And again, this week, Alex, I can show you the massive snow piles that have resulted. This is what. Ow! Jeez! Oh gosh! Oh,
Mike,
man!
you all right, pal?
Like
No,
Carol
you're not.
Brady.
Wow.
Mike!
Okay, we're going to cut away from that. I
You
hope you're
okay?
okay, Mike.
Apparently
Goodness.
not. You weigh 10 pounds.
Jeez, you sneezed and 4 teeth fell out.
She did when she said, Mike,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah.
Where are the boys?
And why are you wearing Mike Lookin' Lynn's underpants on your face?
I got to see that video. Go
Yeah, we'll get that up on onaradio.com.
Good one.
We got Ann Coulter calling in a few minutes here.
In about a half hour.
Half hour?
Yeah,
Her new
she's
book
on.
is what? Guilty? Liberal victims and their assault on America.
Yeah, well, she gives the liberals a beating in every book. They hate her so much.
Oh, they can't stand her.
I love the fact they hate her.
She is like the picture of
Yep.
the people that liberals hate.
Amazing how they love to be the snarky ones or the ones who just she just attacks them without apology, and they're so covert in their attacks half the time, because they like to pretend they're something they're not. And this is not even about your politics. This is simply about certain liberal arrogance. I love the fact that she just basically verbally spits in their face.
Yeah, she's got no apologies.
None.
She just, if people try to call her out, there's so many people out there that voice their opinions and ideas or politics, and they catch some flack from some liberal ass, and then they turn around and apologize or try to spin what they said and go, no, I didn't mean that. What I was really saying, she just turns around and goes, yeah, that's what I said. And
I think when she called John Edwards a faggot, she said that, and that was a tremendous story.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that they were demanding, they said to him an apology, and she goes, well, I couldn't apologize because I was too busy laughing.
Yeah. She doesn't
Good.
care.
Don't apologize.
Yeah.
Right on the bestseller.
Must be nice not to have to answer to anybody.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to.
Yep.
Well, she was, I guess her and Matt Lauer were just yelling over each other yesterday or something.
Oh, yeah?
We got a clip here.
So we canceled your appearance here on Tuesday, and from what I've been reading, you thought you were banned for life from the show. Were you behind that report?
No, I didn't say that. That was from a reliable news report that, by the way, has never had to retract a report on exploding GM trucks. But I do note that, like NBC.
So we're either dead or you weren't banned.
It apparently took 8 hours for the Today Show to remember that there was a Wednesday show that I could be invited back to. It took the Drudge Report posting that for the Wednesday invitation to appear, but I'm very happy to be here.
We've had you on so many times in the past. After every book, you've always been invited back. Why would you all of a sudden be banned?
Why? I don't know. I mean, that's not for me to answer what your motives are.
We traded you out for Tony Blair yesterday, and I think that's a pretty good switch.
Well, you had more than Tony Blair on for 4 hours.
Yeah, right. But you were in your slot where you were supposed to be yesterday morning was Tony Blair.
And Rachel Maddow and various gossip columnists and a bear. The point is, I was canceled twice, and it wasn't until the Drudge Report ran a headline on its own reporting, and the Drudge Report has never had to retract a report.
You know what that expression is? Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you don't have enemies. But anyway,
Well, Matt Lauer can't hold his own, huh?
She just smashed him.
She's a pit bull.
Even if they didn't ban her for life, and if he's like, why would they all of a sudden ban you now? I don't know. Maybe because the fact that you blast the media's treatment of Obama, you directly attack Maybe that's why they would ban her. Good for her, man. Oh, did she smash him?
My favorite part of that was when she described it's not just Tony Blair. It was this one, and a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you couldn't fit me in because you got a bear story.
And then she should have took them 8 hours to realize they had a Wednesday show they could put on. Wow. Good for you.
She's brutal.
Yeah.
So we'll have her on in about a half hour.
Yeah.
And then front page of one of the papers here in New York, people are talking about the fact that Obama had lunch with all the ex-presidents.
The ex-presidents.
One of these things
is not like the other.
others.
One of these things is not the same.
My dumb observation on this is, wow, it's so weird to see that there's only 4 ex-presidents and one is actually still in office.
Yeah.
That is weird to me. You would think.
I think.
No, I know. It's never more than what, like 4 to 6?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Kind of tells you about the job. I know you go into the job later in life usually.
Yep.
But it's really, that's it. You only got 4 of them. You only got 4 and one's still in office. So technically you got 3 ex-presidents right there. That's it. And I noticed that Carter is the next to go because in this picture he's kind of off to the side a little bit.
Well, he's trying to be, like Jimmy said, as far away from the Bush family.
Yeah, I see that.
As is humanly possible and still be in the picture.
I like Jimmy Carter, even though I don't agree with almost anything he says, but I like the fact that he just doesn't care what he just says whatever he wants, and that's the end of it.
Well, there was some kind of ex-president protocol that you're not supposed to bash a seated president if you're an ex-president. It just has never been done, and he got up there and just bashed George W.
Oh, yeah.
And caught a lot of flack for it, but yeah, that is the kind of guy he always was.
Yeah.
A straight shooter.
But only having 4. But I think we're going to start collecting ex-presidents now because Clinton's 62. He'll be around for a while. Bush is 62. And not a hint of a human emotion, by the way. Everyone else has a smile or some kind of look on their face in this picture.
Would you smile if the entire country hated you?
Yeah. No. But he's always looked like this. He never showed a hint of like having any kind of emotion.
I don't know.
Like real human emotion.
Sometimes they have that little smirk and a wink.
Right.
Get the little wink and the smirk.
Yeah.
Now he's just like, get me out of this job. He's crossing days off on a calendar somewhere. One more. One more. Get the other guy in here.
How much longer now? 12 days. 12 days.
12
right?
days and he's done.
That's it?
Yeah. That's it, man. It's over. So he's 62, and then Carter is 84, huh?
Yeah. 84.
And Bush's father's 84, too.
Yeah.
But I think we'll start collecting the ex-presidents, and this picture will be a lot bigger in the coming years.
Well, there was a cool one a few years ago. It was at a presidential library. It was a really cool shot. It was all the living ones. It was Clinton, George Sr., Reagan, Nixon, and Carter. And Ford.
Ford.
So there's 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Eisenhower.
No. No. No.
I know.
Roosevelt.
Taft. Rutherford B. Hayes.
I hate when people say Roosevelt instead of Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Clever Roosevelt.
We have to ask Ann Coulter about the widows of the 9/11 tragedy because
they asked her on some show, and she's like, "Okay, that was 3 books ago," and she just
I know, but these guys are obsessed with the fact that she said that they were money hungry attention whores. So.
I think what we can ask her about, but I think that her she was basically here's what she said. The book was called Godless, and it was she was in a controversy because she described the widows by saying that these broads are millionaires, lionized on TV and in articles about them, reveling in their status as celebrities and stalked by grieferazzis. These self-obsessed women seem genuinely unaware that 9/11 was an attack on our nation and acted as if the terrorist attacks happened only to them. I've never seen people enjoying their husbands' deaths so much. That was a very rough quote. I mean, like when I first heard that, I didn't like her for it. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
yeah.
Oh, by the way,
I like her now.
She's on right after the break, not at 8:30. So we got to step aside.
Okay.
Ooh.
And when we come back, we should have Ann Coulter on the phone with us today. But first, a primetime gossip with with Sam Roberts.
We're back, and primetime gossip is ushering in the new year with some late-breaking news coming from the Opie and Anthony radio show. Recently on the show, Anthony began discussing how he was sleeping, but revealed more about himself than he initially intended.
You know, I'm a big advocate of the TV being left on when I sleep.
So you're not alone with your thoughts.
Yes, I don't like being alone with my thoughts.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of fester in my head.
Try as he might, those thoughts, they are festering, making Anthony's sleep pattern quite irregular, to say the least.
I'm up now at night going, like I woke up at 2 in the morning, and I'm just going, go back to sleep, go back to sleep.
As Ant's sleep has decreased, so has his grip on reality.
I walk around my house sometimes, and I find myself just talking to myself.
Yeah.
And then I say, hey, stop talking to yourself. But I say it out loud.
All these symptoms lead us to believe that Anthony is developing an acute case of schizophrenia, which is usually brought on by prolonged periods of solitude.
I wake up to silence and the voices in my head.
Will Ant's psychosis degenerate further? How soon will it be before Anthony is found nude, living in a closet with 3-foot fingernails? While we can't confirm anything, our analysts give him 4 days. Stay tuned as PTG keeps you in the know.
You're checking out Opie and Anthony. Good morning to everybody. Jimmy, we got Ann Coulter on the phone.
Yes.
Her new book is called Guilty. Ann.
Hello.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show. First time. Very cool.
I'm so happy to be here, but I can't believe you guys get up this early every morning.
Thanks.
We're not happy about it. Hey, Jimmy was saying that he saw you at the Cellar recently, and you couldn't have been nicer to everybody.
Yeah, it's Jim Norton, Ann.
Hello, Jim Norton. You are hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Boo.
Hi, all the time. We have to be on together.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually doing it tonight. We had Gutfeld come in like 2 weeks ago. He's great. He's just like an informed, kind of weird guy. He's a really fun dude to hang with.
Yeah.
Who?
Greg Gutfeld.
Oh, yeah, I love him.
Hey, you, by the way, nice job. We just heard your Matt Lauer
lambasting.
Boy, did you give him just a solid beating with the facts.
Thank you. Thank you. I must say, after the Drudge Report got results, Matt Lauer is now my favorite person in the mainstream media. I have nothing but love for him.
What exactly do you think happened? I
think the suits at NBC had a little meeting after that Drudge Report went.
Yeah.
And the Drudge Report claiming that you were banned for life from NBC.
Yes, that was quite a catchy headline. I didn't. This is the problem with my getting up early. I am a night person, and I'm usually writing until 4 or 5 in the morning. So this is a very weird schedule for me the last few days. And if my synapses has been firing a little faster, I realized later, Matt said I was canceled to make room for Tony Blair, but their press release the night before, after the Drudge Report had been up for a while, said it was to discuss Gaza.
Right.
And people posted on the internet that they called into NBC after seeing the Drudge Report, asking why I wasn't on, and they were told because NBC viewers don't want to see her.
Yeah, how did they come up with that? And to say that you're banned from because I read the Drudge Report, that you're banned because of your political ideology is just preposterous for a news station.
Well, it's strange that an insider would admit it.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't believe it, but boy, God bless Matt Drudge. The Drudge Report gets results.
Yeah, because it's embarrassing to realize that they did that. I did hear that, too, where the viewers aren't going to like that because I guess they don't like some of the things you said about the media's coverage of Obama.
Well, that's what I am pointing out. They said it was because I was mean to Obama.
Mean?
Yeah.
How about one person says one thing that is even considered mean about this guy? The media has done nothing but just treat this guy with kid gloves, walk on eggshells.
Yes. Yes, well, that is actually what's in the book. It's not that I'm so mean to Obama, although I suppose there are a few lines. But it's a lot meaner to the media for their idiotic questions to him. I go through one of Wolf Blitzer's first question to all of the primary candidates in both the Republican and the Democratic primary campaigns at the crucial moment when it was heating up. And for all of the Republicans, Huckabee, Romney, I think McCain didn't do do an interview with Wolf Blitzer. I couldn't find it on Nexus anyway. And Hillary, because she was often treated as sort of an honorary Republican once she was taking on the Golden Boy, all of them got really tough questions about the economy right out of the gate. The first question, I just quoted the first question to each one of them. And as you can see in the book, they're all questions about, well, gas prices are this, and the economy is here, and unemployment. If you were president right now, what would you do? And for Obambi, it was the Republicans are going to call you a high tax and spend liberal. Are you prepared for such an attack?
Oof.
That's your question.
Well, that Wolf Blitzer really gets to the bottom of things, doesn't he?
Yes. Obambi's answer: yes, I am, Wolf.
Why do you think people don't see that the media just canonized this guy? They let him get away with anything. Any hint of a scandal wasn't even looked at further than scratching the surface.
No, I know. And now suddenly he's not even president yet, and we're getting...
Oh, he's not? You never know it.
I know. We're already getting the wisps of the scandal-plagued, political world he came out of.
Yeah, all of his cronies.
Yeah, maybe, instead of parachuting reporters into Wasilla, Alaska, if they had sent one to Chicago, some of this would have come out before the election.
Yeah, and the media was so quick to jump on, what's her name?
Sarah Palin?
Sarah Palin, for her lack of experience, and just barely scratched the surface about Obama and his lack of experience.
Right. It was a hate crime to mention Obama's lack of experience until Sarah Palin came along, and then liberals just didn't even care that there was a double standard here.
And it is, you bring that up, it is so easy to just whip out that race card the second he's criticized on anything.
Right.
Which is just disgusting, especially considering the fact that, he's our first half-white president.
No, and also, going with the victimology theme, it is sort of a weird thing that in America right now, today, the way you get ahead is to claim to be a victim. In all other periods of history and all over the world, if people were lying about themselves, they'd lie up. They'd say they came from a better family, went to better schools, are better than they are. Now we all debase ourselves, not we all, but people debase themselves, claim to be worse than they are, because doors are open for you in America if you're a victim. And part of this comes from the black experience in America. They were true victims. Americans felt guilty about it. But now you have every other group latching on to it. Privileged women living in Scarsdale. I'm a victim of my boredom. And you have, illegal immigrants and gays, and every other group wants to latch on to it. Liberals have latched on to it, just distorting into this peculiar thing. But given what the original and genuine victims that people did want to have some sort of compensation for or change the laws on and so on and so forth, that was based on slavery having existed in America.
Right.
Barack Obama's father was not touched by the slavery experience in America. He was from Africa.
Right.
But still, Obama he's entitled by the victim status of being a African.
Well, because it's the whole culture of this country that he was raised in that victimized him, even though his father wasn't. His father was born in Africa, it's a ridiculous argument.
Right. There is no racism in America anymore. Please, can we move on? I go through all of the hoax race crimes in Chapter 1, everyone wanting to be a victim. And the only surprise if a noose showed up on a college campus today would be if an actual racist put it there.
It is amazing, too, how the media covers hate crimes in this country. You will always see emblazoned on a front page a dopey white guy that decided he was going to beat the crap out of a black guy. The stories on the Daily News or the Post cover for days on end about that. Yet on page 17 somewhere buried will be how maybe 3 or 4 black guys decided to take a couple that was out having a night, a white couple, and beat the crap and rob them. And that's just, a robbery.
Right. There's a very distinct victim narrative, and if you don't fit into it, you won't get the news coverage.
Yeah.
There's a certain elitism, it seems like, in the media where they almost think that blacks are incapable, or any minority group is incapable of committing certain thought, like hate crimes. They're reacting violently. That's what they do. When white people do it, they say there must be a different motive. It must be hatred. It's a real elitism, a real subtle elitism in the media. And I love the fact that they hate you so much.
Yeah.
There's a visceral reaction to you from them. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's maybe because you're so unapologetic and you don't hide the fact that you're attacking them.
Yes, I've been commenting that maybe I'll reconsider this hobby of mine of writing books attacking people I then expect to interview me.
It is a unique stance, though, because you could get a staunch Republican, conservative, whatever, that'll speak their mind, say something, and then the first liberal that pops out of the woodwork and demands an apology, the person will turn around and say, well, I meant this.
Right.
I didn't mean this. And you just come out and go, yeah, I said that. So?
Wasn't it funny?
Yeah. You're going to laugh at that one? And it's so refreshing because there are not many people that do that. Everybody's so on the defensive now. They don't want to be called racist, sexist, homophobic, whatever. And many of the times, it's not that. You can't comment on someone's fault, and I'll bring up Obama again. You can't comment on his faults, his inexperience, his mistakes, anything without being labeled, well, you're a racist.
Right. No, that's right. He who is offended first wins. That's the game in America. Register operatic, rage at some perceived slight, and then everything has to go your way. Everyone else has to stop talking. This is why you have this weird phenomenon of everyone playing victim. I also went through in chapter 1, because I do the whole slew of this weirdness of everybody wanting to be a victim. In the publishing industry, we have all these hoax memoirs of people claiming to have been victims of things they are not victims of at all.
Oh, the Holocaust one.
We got a couple of Holocaust hoax, but written by Gentiles who were safely ensconced, far away from Nazis. We got the Jewish gal from the Valley who was claiming she was raised in a foster home by a black single mother in South Central L.A. and was running drugs for the Crips. Writes a memoir about it, and then her sister sees her picture in the New York Times Review and calls into the publisher and says, my sister grew up in a nice town in the Valley, went to private schools, our parents are still married.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's people that you're absolutely right about. This victimization is a way to get ahead now. It's this, people put you up on this pedestal like, oh, poor you, and just can't give you enough.
Right. Right, and it works in America. I mean, it says a nice thing about America, I think, and Americans, why it works. At the end, I go through how America is the most charitable nation in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Americans love disasters. They love to start, helping, and raising money and making sandwiches and donating blood. They give them a good tsunami, and Americans, they're almost, gleeful for a disaster, so they can jump in and help. But they're not used to, liberals are taking advantage of this kindness and charitable instinct of Americans by constantly claiming to be victims when they aren't.
It is amazing that for a country that is supposedly built on the fact that you attain wealth and success in this country, and that was the American dream. I mean, it's called the American dream. And now you're so penalized for that and looked at like a villain if you've done that, and then now it's your responsibility to take the work and success that you have made and now dish it out to supposed victims to even things out and give the guy behind you a chance.
Right.
When did this happen? When did this happen? And who was the first one to spark this? Who was responsible for this mess we're in now, as far as that's concerned?
Well, it seems to only apply to hardworking middle-class Americans and Republicans, because the Democrats aren't exactly poverty-stricken, and comparing their wealth with how much charity they give,
Yeah.
which I also throw in the last chapter, is mind-boggling. It is one of those things you just sensed, you knew it had to be true, and, you know, of course, we have the numbers. And, I mean, it happens, it usually comes up just with the two leading presidential candidates. I have a whole slew of prominent Democrats, Biden, Kerry, Teddy Kennedy, spending more on, you know, the taxes to their yachts than they do in their charitable giving. And meanwhile, Republicans are giving more than tithing most of the time.
You know, I'd like to see if Teddy Kennedy would have still been alive if he went to one of these socialized, socialist medical programs that everybody wants to enact.
Right.
You think he would have went to the best doctor ever that he can afford, or do you think he would have just stood in line with other people at some socialized medical facility?
No, you're exactly right. That's a very perceptive point, which is they want socialized medicine for the rest of us. The liberals are rich enough that they can get the medical care they want.
Are they rich enough? I thought hopefully they don't make more than $200,000 a year. So
they make so much more and have so much more. I mean, that's another point. We don't have a wealth tax in America. So for George Soros, who's made it through his financial shenanigans, you know, has it safely in offshore accounts. This is an income tax, not a wealth tax. I think you might hear liberals squealing a little more if we ever had a wealth tax.
Hey, it's amazing how, like, the media is so, they hate being told that they're liberal. Like, Fox definitely slants conservative, and they're okay with that, it seems. What do you think the media is so resistant? Because Andy Rooney, even as a liberal, called him out, and he said, yeah, I think the media is transparently liberal, and he was saying that that's fine, it is what it is. What do you think is this thing where they just refuse to acknowledge that they are liberal?
Well, part of it is just to enrage conservatives, just to tell a lie right to our faces. It makes them happy. And part of it is that, well, liberal is like a curse word, and I'd like to think I had some small part in accomplishing that.
Well, you've written, what, 6 books?
This is going to be number 7 now, this week.
And by the way, if you remember that at the Comedy Cellar, my favorite moment, and I want to know if you remember it, is we have a comedian friend of ours who is arguably the dumbest person over the age of 5. And his name is Rich Voss, and you recognized him, and he's so shame-filled, he wasn't expecting a celebrity to recognize him. And do you remember that? He panicked, and he looked at you, and you went, oh, I know you, and he went, I'm Laura Ingraham? Yeah, good old Voss. And I think you said at the time, you joked back to him, you said, I've written 6 bestsellers for people to not think that we are the same person.
Right, we've gone in different directions. She's radio, I'm books.
Hey, Ann, have you ever tried stand-up?
Oh, I think it's the most terrifying thing. I really admire stand-up. No, I have not. I would be terrified.
You got a lot of zingers, though. You know, it would work well on a stage.
There's an audience. I guess you guys will appreciate this story. I do give a lot of speeches, a lot of college speeches, and like my books, I try to make them amusing while making my point. And one year after I spoke at CPAC, one of the Muslim students in the audience, whom I do not think was a conservative, was a little testy with me. But as I said, you know, Muslims killed 3,000 Americans. I'm still a little testy with you guys, too. And he came up afterward as I was doing the book signing, and he said, you are not a political commentator. You're a stand-up comedian. And I said, thank you. Thank you. Any idiot can have a political opinion. Comedy is hard.
How great is it? He's trying to be insulting. Well, you're just a comedian, and he's actually making you feel
elevating my status.
You ever notice that the liberals, for some reason, they can't ever really get together on anything and use their power base to really make an attack and make it sound reasonable,
plausible.
And plausible. It worked. Like, for some reason, conservative radio has always had a place, a large audience, and liberal radio just. I guess there's so many factions of liberals that there's a lot of infighting.
I think it's more that they can't take a punch. I mean, you can't grow up in America as a and turn into a conservative without arguing it, even if it's just in your head or with the TV or with the magazines, every day. And conservatives like to argue with one another. That has always struck me as the real difference between Fox News and MSNBC and CNN. That Fox is a debate station. I mean, who's the equivalent on MSNBC of liberal Geraldo Rivera, liberal Shep Smith, liberal Greta Van Susteren, liberal Chris Wallace? And we'll see what happens when Combs goes. But Hannity Combs, the second highest rated cable show, that is a debate show where they invite liberals on. And I just think it's more interesting to watch a debate, whereas liberals want to censor opposing viewpoints, as with the Fairness Doctrine, as with my lifetime ban from NBC that was rescinded after 8 hours.
That's a great point, though, that a lot of times conservatives do like to just duke it out and get out there and discuss the points, and the liberals seem to want to just squash the opposing viewpoint instead of arguing it.
Or have other soft liberals or other like-minded liberals on just to both kind of agree with each other. And you raised a great point about that sickening Fairness Doctrine, which was, the bottom line is ratings drive radio. And look, whether people like Rush Limbaugh or Hannity or they hate them, they get big ratings, so they get big contracts. For some reason, liberal talk has not taken off across the country. And so instead of going, look, for whatever reason, there's something in liberals that annoys people to listen to every day, they go, we have to have a Fairness Doctrine. But yet they don't seem to want that for the editorials in the Times. They don't seem to...
Right, or for the movie industry.
Yeah.
That's why I love the title of the Fairness Doctrine. It's so Orwellian.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just the only place they want to do it is in talk radio, because the conservatives have dominated completely.
Right. The original theory of it was, when there were not as many radio stations and there were more newspapers, that there weren't enough radio stations that we'd have to make sure that all opinions were being heard. Well, now it's exactly the reverse. But radio is infinite, whereas there are very few newspapers. There are a limited number of broadcast networks. There are a limited number of Hollywood studios. But the one most competitive industry in the universe, that's the one we need the government to step in and mandate fairness.
Hey, we have to take a break, but the book is Guilty, Liberal Victims and Their Assault on America. They're talking, one thing I want to ask you, too, they're saying that, because you talk about how single motherhood or single mothers, are they oversimplifying what you said because they're going, she attacks single mothers? Or is it more of just an attack on the fact that families that are broken up are a big cause of kids not being raised right?
Oh, yes, the latter, you got it right. And that is what I was expecting the most backlash to. But the numbers are in, the figures are overwhelming. Illegitimacy rate has gone up 300% since 1970. That has been a plan of the left, and they don't want anyone interfering with it.
Yeah, don't throw those facts in there. That really boggles their mind when you do that.
But they seem to they make it look like you're just attacking single mothers. It seems like they're just oversimplifying it just to try to vilify you for saying something they don't like.
Yes, or worse, that I'm vilifying the children. Whereas, the point is, a beautiful example of what I'm talking about in the book, single mothers are discussed as if they're these unsung heroines, movies celebrating, magazines celebrating, a zillion books about, the pluck and hard work of the single mother. They're the biggest victimizers we have in the society, and they're victimizing their own children.
Fantastic.
Well, Anthony, say goodbye to your soulmate. We got to take a break.
I love her. Ann, thanks so much.
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Great to talk to you today.
All right, Ann. Definitely talk to you again.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Ann Coulter, everyone.
She's me with cans.
Yeah, and brains.
Yeah, well, those two.
Opie and Anthony.
Hi.
Man, politics get them talking out there.
Certainly does, man. I was, as the interview was going on, I was reading Pal Talk, which is scrolling in front of me here.
Yeah.
And just people split right down the middle. Loving it. And then other people just hating, not that we were interviewing her, but hating what she was saying and what it's about. It's like, dude, it's an opposing viewpoint of what you have. Deal with it. Don't be like, get her off. That's the biggest thing. Get her off. You know how many liberal comedians we've had sit down and just, spew their stuff out? that have been in here. Not, the regulars.
Yeah, I understand.
But some of the other comics that come in here are very liberal-minded and
well, I'm glad you brought that up because I swear to you, I'm going to read the instant feedback from top to bottom.
Okay.
For the most part, there's a couple you just get rid of because they're requesting a song or something. They don't even know what they're listening to. Bird in Philly, he's a regular. 3, 2, 1. Cue Patrice calling in to tell Ant to nail that. Josh in Jersey, this bitch is like a pro wrestler. It's all shtick. F you guys for humoring her.
You know something? Let me just comment on that, too. I don't care what her motive is, to tell you the truth. What she's saying is viable for her political viewpoint. It's fine. Is she doing it to write books? Is she doing it as a career? Yes. What do you think? She's going to just do this for nothing and then go out and haul garbage?
Right.
No, this is her job. It's what she does. Is there some shtick to it? Yeah. But I see that as her being clever and funny in the way she delivers her politics.
We did our job. We got people reacting. It continues. Porky York from Minnesota. Ann Coulter is one hot lady. You got one of those coming in. Someone from their cell phone saying, say something, Opie, you sound like a fool. I can't be bothered for the most part. I openly admit I can't be bothered with political discussions. I try to throw in something here and there, but, that's it's not one of my strengths or something I'm that interested in when it comes right down to it. But it's something people are very interested in out there.
Especially in this election year.
Someone from nowhere says, Jimmy Norton, why tell a lie? Fairness doctrine? Who wants that? No one has ever said that. No one. So you are a fat, no-neck jerk-off.
That's not true, dude. That they were talking about the fairness doctrine.
Yes.
That's absolutely, you're ill-informed. They were discussing that, and I think Chuck Schumer was had brought it back up. It was mentioned, and
Pelosi.
It was Pelosi.
Stupid.
So you're just wrong, bro. It
right.
was mentioned.
We keep going here. Josh from Jersey. Yeah, like Fox has pussy liberals on to be able to S all over.
But they still have them on.
They have them on. They have them on, and if they had a good viewpoint, they'd be able to voice it on the show.
And a lot of liberals probably won't go on. Like, I know Hannity, he interviews, I hate when people hate Hannity, only because the guy, he has Jesse Jackson on, Sharpton, any of these guys, the biggest names they have, he will have on and go after them.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue. Ari from Bayville, Z, lots of Z's.
That's just idiotic.
Go find a twofer somewhere there.
She's a compelling guest. Like, how can you not like her when she's one of the very few people who is a prominent that attacks the left as brutally as she does?
Yeah. Greg Brady's leftovers from Whackbag. Wait a minute. Isn't she saying she's a victim of NBC's ban? F this horse-faced stupid C. I'm just reading them right down the list. Look, you can see for yourself. I'm not trying to skew this whatsoever. I'm just trying to, read them as they came in during the interview. And then the same guy, I love Jimmy, but I hate his new best friend.
Let me tell you something. I like Ann Coulter. I've always kind of liked her, even when I was annoyed at her for that 9/11 comment, because again, she's unapologetic. It's amazing how she just says what she wants to say. She's funny. She's a really funny writer. And people still want to hate her. It's a visceral reaction to her.
Right.
I don't know why. People aren't trashing all these other pundits.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I got to tell you, all these people had an opinion on the interview and stuff, and unfortunately they wrote their comments. They should have called. We would have put you on with Ann Coulter to say exactly what you're writing here.
And not
because it's not really fair to kind of read a lot of this stuff after the interview when she's long gone.
And the one guy said something about the fairness doctrine. Okay, at least he offered an opinion on something she talked about. But all these other ones, she's a C, Z. How about, hey, man, she was wrong about this? Or how about, hey, her interpretation of the media treatment of Obama is wrong? They can't argue that.
Mm-hmm.
No one's arguing that she's really right or wrong. They just say that they don't like her. It's so stupid.
Tyler from Columbus. F off, Ann. You hate Democrats. We get it. Brendan from Boston. Are we seeing the beginning of Ant's altar?
Putting the
Did
name.
I say that right? Kind of Ant's. It's hard to say, I guess. That's Anth altar, maybe?
Nah, I've sworn off media chicks.
She probably dates nerdy guys in glasses. She's not going to date some shock jock in a hat.
Josh from Jersey.
And Anthony's
so
not...
my follicles grow in.
Sure, then she's not going to date Juan Epstein.
Josh from Jersey, way to humor this twat. That came in.
Come on now.
Kay from Jersey just writes, wow, so boring. Was it really?
Well, Kay is sitting there.
I've never seen instant feedback spin so fast in front of my eyes like a slot machine. They couldn't wait to get their comments in.
Like, we're not supposed to talk to... First of all, I like her. And I don't agree with everything she said. No. I don't agree that there's no more racism in America. There's a lot of things she'll say that I don't agree with. But so what? She's saying her opinion, honestly. It's amazing how affected... People think they're supposed to hate her. She's got this reaction. Ann Coulter, she's a bitch. And I watched her in the cellar that night. Everyone that walked up to her, she was nice to. Everyone that approached her, she was pleasant. She was very genuine. People have this weird vibe, like she's the picture of the mean anti-Democrat, and they're supposed to hate her. And then you listen to her, it's like, you know what? She makes sense with a lot of what she says.
Ari from Bayville, Opie, new bit. Can Ann Coulter go 5 sentences without saying liberal? We get it. She's a C.
Well, the book is called Guilty Liberal Victims. What should she talk about? The new GM problem with their lime green paint jobs? God, did I just flounder on that one. I tried to improv, and I reached into a bag, and I came up with nothing. I've never reached into a bag and come up so empty in my life, actually. In 40 years. I fished around in the bag, too, and you could hear the bag sounds. Like, you know when you're fishing around in the bag?
CM from Long Island, just about done with this. Is this a damn replay from October? Enough, Anthony. It's over. You lost. Obama won. Get over it.
I'm over it, first of all. Yeah. And, I wanted to comment on something Jimmy said where he didn't agree with it. There's no racism in America. I do believe that also, or else Obama wouldn't be driving around in an armored personnel carrier that they seem to have built for him, especially just for him.
Is it different than past presidents?
Oh, my God, you should see this thing.
I haven't seen
it in
the
the paper. It's hysterical. It's like an Escalade frame and pretty much a tank on top of it. But also, as far as racism in America and people being racist, I don't know. There's a difference because, like I said before, hey, he worked himself up to president of the United States, so no more excuses. That's what I say.
I think there's a certain amount of institutionalized racism that does exist, and it's kind of subtle. I don't think it's nearly as prevalent as people who are like being perpetual victims claim it is. But I do think it's more than a lot of people want to acknowledge. I think there's somewhere in the middle it does exist.
I don't think it's as much as people acknowledge, to tell you the truth. I think white on black racism isn't as prevalent as black on white racism. I think a larger... Well, we're looking at a smaller population of black people to white people in this country. But I think the percentage-wise... Black people are much more racist against white people in this day and age than white people are against black people. I absolutely see it that way.
I think more overtly racist, but I don't think that the feelings are any different. Please, we live in New York. You're kind of used to seeing everybody here. Not that other places are stupid, but, you go around and... I disagree. I just think that blacks are more open about their racism.
You know something?
More honest about it.
You're talking about maybe someplace down south where maybe the Klan is still active, things like that. Sure, there's racism there, but go to some areas in Detroit and you tell me that there isn't a white guy would be walking down the street and just get his ass handed to him just for being white in that area.
Yeah.
I think that's more prevalent than white on black racism.
Yeah, I think white on black is, I think it's less violence prone, and I just think it's a little bit more subtle. It's a little bit more, with certain hiring policies, I don't, sometimes it's not spoken about.
That I don't agree with either anymore. Hiring policies, go to any, you travel all over the country. Any airport you land in, when you look out on that tarmac, who's doing the baggage? Who's behind every counter?
I know. I'm too busy looking at who's flying the plane. And thank God he looks like me. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go, darky. Carry the bag while we fly the plane. Good point. But no, I'm not saying that. I don't mean that.
Department of Motor Vehicles,
of
city
course,
jobs, state jobs. They are all, not all, I'm generalizing here, but a majority of those jobs are African Americans.
I'm not saying that black people aren't hired. I'm just saying that a lot of places it's been, and believe me, I'm not for hiring quotas either.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that a lot of times in certain corporate things, it's probably a little bit...
Still the old boys club kind of a
think probably
mentality?
to a certain extent. Not like it used
All right.
to be, but I think that it exists more than those people would acknowledge it exists.
Perhaps in the upper echelon of those companies, I agree with you, but
Not the physical labor jobs like anybody could do. Most people could do DMV. Most people could do those tarmac
those
jobs.
are cushy jobs, man. Those state jobs, federal jobs like that. And most of the times when you go into those places to get paperwork done or whatever, there are black people working those jobs. I don't see where this big problem is that they're not being hired. There's this racism. There's that. Just stop.
I still think I've heard it from enough people who I respect and who I know who are not knee-jerk lunatics, where I do think it's still prevalent. It's just not like it used to be, and it's not nearly as bad as to me like Jackson or Sharpton, at all.
I think we're going to have to agree to disagree on this, Jimmy.
Fair enough.
All right. And one more comment, by the way. Anthony should choke on this C's Adam's apple.
Jesus Christ. People are too much,
Just trying to bring a little humor back into the show.
I'll be honest, I find myself...
You don't want to stray away from the humor too far.
Back. Jimmy's pilot line almost killed me.
Yeah, well, that was a good line. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm looking in the cockpit. Oh, Christ.
Yeah. All right, should we do the quick break and do a little mop-up and then get into the music marathon for the people here in New York? All right.
Of course we should.
All right, we'll do that. Opie and Anthony. Getting ready to get out of here. Opie and Anthony. We're going to start a music marathon for the people in New York. Speaking of radio, Blue Healer from Kentucky. He's good for one every day. He writes, heard on FM radio this morning, why download songs when we can play them for you for free?
Oh, yeah?
That would be the wrong approach for programmers out there. You're not going to stop people from downloading music.
Why fly when you can take a covered wagon?
Right.
Yeah, that's probably a bad way. The radio has a lot of interesting things. Like, there's reasons to listen to radio, but not because you don't want to download.
Yeah.
There's things you just got to accept as something that's not going to change and then try to work around that.
Yeah, if you've been downloading music for a few years now, you're not just going to stop doing it and go, radio.
Right.
Hey.
No.
What they should do is have a thing that says downloadings for queers.
Right. That would stop me in my tracks.
It has stopped me.
At least try to have a little fun with it.
Yeah.
You're not stopping that.
Yeah.
That horse left the barn a long time ago. It's like trying to put the toothpaste, blah, 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 blah,
That
blah.
whore left the barn?
I thought that's what you said, too.
I said the horse.
Oh, it sounded like you said that whore left the barn.
No, I said horse.
Where's this barn?
Yeah.
I was doing my voice.
That whore horse
Not to be...
that killed that guy?
No, the guy was the whore.
Yes, he was the whore.
Naughty boy. He had clothespins on his bag. How much stimulation do you need, fella? You have a horse jumping up on you. God almighty.
Yeah, who decides they need a little more stimulation?
Yeah, it's like, well, you know what? 2 feet of horse is not enough.
Not quite enough. I need something to put me over the top.
Aha. Clothespins.
What are some of those other analogies we got? You got the toothpaste back into the tube.
It's like
no use crying over spilled milk? I don't know.
Whoever cried over spilled milk?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Because I only spilled it because my uncle pushed me face down into a pillow while I was drinking my milk.
Told you it was milk.
Yeah. Don't cry over dried milk on your back. Oh, my God. And God, I pulled out of a tailspin right there. I don't know if you know.
That was good.
I fired a dud out today, too, that I was actually embarrassed about. I forget what it was. Something this morning I said I couldn't even address it. It was like it just. I don't want to say it fell flat. It was if a person hadn't spoken, and I just kind of backed off. I was like, "Hey."
There are times when you do this show, you just hope everyone goes deaf at the exact same moment,
including the audience.
You just like,
please.
You just hope and pray they didn't hear that.
You have those moments. I had one.
Please look at me. A million a day.
I don't remember what it was, but oh my God, I was like.
Get all heated. Hey, I think we could squeeze this in before we get out of here. Man smashes into this adult shop, right? for sex with the sex dolls. Can't you just buy these? Of course you can. I didn't need a real answer, but a man has smashed his way into an adult shop and had sex with blow-up dolls before abandoning the sex toys in a nearby lane. His method of entry is to smash through walls, squeeze through tight holes.
Yeah.
The owner of this particular adult shop, who wished to be named only as Vogue, said that in a first unreported break-in, the man had stolen 5 dolls and had sex with one of them. He has been taking the dolls out the back and blowing them up and using the dolls and leaving them in the alley, he said.
It's horrible.
This is a creep.
Plastic doll Americans.
Like, you ever have...
Yeah.
It's funny, we had just talked about those moments.
Yeah, those great moments that just...
This is going great.
So I was trying to go for the whole thing of how the dolls, like, who cares kind of a thing, kind of an ironic, like, who cares that...
The guy continues. It's totally bizarre.
Did everyone go deaf a couple of seconds ago? I hope
no,
so.
But so did we.
Yeah. We want to, though. We're ready to take pencils to our eardrums. It's totally bizarre. It's a real concern that someone like that is out on the street. Folks said a sex toy also went missing in the second break-in, and that the offender had a liking for the doll named Jungle Jane.
Uh-oh.
Which has been taken on both occasions. So he's looking for the Jungle Janes.
Wow.
He said he was dumbfounded that the burglar also had the weird habit of cleaning up the mess he had made after entering the building.
Oh, not that mess.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Building
not
another mess
dolls.
behind, right.
Oh. Yeah.
He has left DNA evidence at the crime scene. Of course he has. So
good boy.
It's one of the weirdest stories coming out today. I was called a little filler because now it's time to start the music marathon. What do you say, people?
Let's rock.
I say January 18th, Borgata, one show left. It might be sold out, I'm not sure, the night before MLK's birthday, which apparently you boys are working the next day. Have fun.
Yeah, we're working that day.
God bless.
We wanted to take off as a tribute.
We felt it was about time after all these years we acknowledged the black man.
Pay respects.
But this company doesn't believe in the black man, so we'll be here working. Is that what they told you, Stump Brain, pretty much?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Will they all be here that day? Or they
No,
take it
of
off?
course not.
Corporate takes off?
Yeah. Yeah. We're the suckers. We've always been and always will, I guess. We're the suckers.
Sap.
Suckers. Music marathon time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Opie and Anthony. Sans Jimmy. Where's Jimmy now? Returning the phone. Is he returning the phone that he got yesterday at this time?
Yeah, remember we were talking about he went to the Verizon store to get a phone, and we're like, all right, well, Jimmy's getting a phone, whatever.
Right.
He came in and said it almost didn't make it back to the store today because he was going to throw it out the window because it sucked ass.
But what could have been the problem? Didn't he do his research and he was excited about this new phone, ran out and got it?
It's so bad.
He had to go in between shows. He couldn't wait.
No, he
now
said
he
it's
can't
so
wait.
bad.
And now he can't wait to bring it back?
It has Windows Mobile on it, which sucks a mean dick.
Why didn't he know that ahead of time?
How about I shut that off? Boink. Yeah, I guess he, thought it was a cool phone. Who had it? Steve? Did Steve recommend it?
Steve is the king of terrible cellular technology.
Yeah, of horrible, horrible cell phones.
He always thinks that, like, the one phone that he's interested in is going to be the next iPhone killer.
This is the iPhone killer.
Yeah,
I have it now.
Everything's the iPhone killer.
It's put out by Tandy.
I was trying to think of one, too.
Yeah, Casio's making a comeback, folks.
Casio's phone. It's amazing.
I was ready with my StarTAC joke.
It's the size of a car battery.
It's the cellular Sinclair. Somebody's laughing at that.
Yeah, right on. I'm in on that one. Sometimes I'm not in on these references. That one, I got that one, Danny.
So Steve thought it was going to be the big iPhone killer, and I guess... Jimmy, he gets caught up in a frenzy. You can hypnotize Jimmy with tech talk.
Yeah, I didn't
hypnotize him, and that's what you did.
I didn't realize how obsessive he was going to get about this. He asked me about a phone that I don't own. My chick owns this Samsung Omnia thing. I said, she likes it. And and that's it. And then he went off into a tizzy to the Verizon store. And
she likes you too, so
yeah, exactly.
Doesn't say much for her taste.
I like you too.
I'm teasing.
Oh,
that's one of those jokes.
I know,
but it wasn't a gay joke or an inconfident joke. So.
Thank you. So we're on a whole new
so that's
new category.
That's a bit encouraging for everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's now he's upset that he doesn't that it's Windows Mobile, which I didn't realize he had a problem with.
Not only that, I saw him. He punched something in, and then you see the stupid Windows thing just spin and spin and spin and try to get a connection.
Yeah.
And then he was searching his phone contacts. So he types in a name, and after he typed it in, he goes, "Now look, I'm looking at the screen, and you see the letters popping up long after he typed them. The letters are popping up in the search window." It's like, what? Shouldn't that be instant?
It is. Well, you know what?
Like, yes!
I've got a Windows mobile phone, too, and I hit contacts, and my contacts hit up, and I can scroll through them instantly, and I've got over 1,000 of them. So I don't, I'm not experiencing the same problems he's
Windows
got.
Mobile. Yeah. You get on Mac things with that, right?
No.
Oops, that's right.
Oh, well,
no, you
that
can't.
could be a problem. There's something else going on, too. It's not that warm in the studio. It's not freezing, but the temp could be a few degrees higher.
I'm jackety for a while.
No, I mentioned this because, Steve, you're sweating like a pig. What is wrong with you?
I'm
wearing 3 layers.
I'm wearing lots of layers because it's really cold in that CBS office because of the way they keep the temperature in that place.
But we all are going from one environment to the other. No one else is sweating. Your forehead is glistening.
Comes with the job.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm layered up. Now I'm hot. But at the other place, I'm freezing all morning.
The anticipation of the next insult.
Are you on all? Well, are you on all those supplements still?
Nope. Off all of them.
Or maybe a little withdrawal going on then.
Perhaps.
It's Medroids.
Boy,
Those
man.
aren't fun.
Standing room only for the Guitar Hero match that's going to happen in a few minutes here.
I was very excited to come in on a Thursday and see the bleachers with people on there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got a nice crowd out there. Not standing room only. That was kind of a gag.
They want to see
Jimmy,
the big Guitar Hero competition.
Yeah,
there's Jimmy Norden.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, having a nightmare time in the Verizon store as usual. I'll be back in a second. I bought the Anthony. I mean, today that just wouldn't function.
Yeah, it sucked.
And they're trying to charge me a $35 restocking fee.
Oh boy. No.
Like we go with the same model. I'm like, well, it's a piece of shit. Why would we go with the same model? So I said, let me get the BlackBerry Storm, and they don't have that. It's amazing. What a fucking nightmare.
Restocking fee?
Yeah, $35 restocking fee.
That is a $30. You think it actually takes $30 for them to fucking throw that thing in a box somewhere? Because they don't restock it.
Right.
They send it back.
No, and so the woman did it for me when she was trying to open contacts and nothing was happening. It's amazing how the resistance they have to helping in these places.
Did you call her a cunt?
No. It's just it's what you'd expect. And then I try to get the new touch BlackBerry, and of course they're out of it again. So just great job, guys, in trying to compete with the iPhone.
Yeah.
And just embarrassing yourselves. I'm trying to do business, and it's just a fucking nightmare.
Are you calling from your iPhone?
I'm calling from my, believe it or not, actually working at the moment iPhone. If I was calling from the other one, I'd be punching in a 6.
Right.
I love to see Jimmy on Star Trek, like with the communicator. This fucking thing sucks. I'm on the planet. I can't fucking talk to the Enterprise. Hello, Scotty. See? I got to transport up. I can't get anybody.
This fucking phaser doesn't work.
Yeah, Jimmy, you don't do well with technology at all.
Fuck this. This tricorder is a piece of shit.
I fucking set it to stun, and it's not stunning.
I'm trying to analyze a rock, and what does it do? The thing spins, nothing. Spox works fine.
I am listening to a woman on the phone. She's at customer service, and she's over there on the phone.
Yeah.
And I hear her talking to a customer service rep, and she's going, look, it wiped out my calendar. And then she's going, I can't manually enter my contacts. The dummies at customer service on the phone are saying that she should go back and manually enter her contacts.
All the contacts. Yeah, that can't take that long, right? Instead of just syncing it up and...
Yeah, and they have to order me the phone. I'm just like, give me my money back.
Yeah.
Once again, I've come here to do business. It's a fucking... I hate it. I want to take my dick out. I'm so irritating.
Take your dick out and just stand there.
Can you imagine how embarrassing? I would be arrested, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But everybody in Verizon would know that by tomorrow. You know, this guy was so disgusted he pulled his dick out. Maybe we should be nicer.
It's an insult here in the States.
All right, well, we're getting ready for the big Guitar Hero match. So, Jimmy, good luck
I'll be
with
there in
your cell phone.
I'm not even getting a new phone because they don't have it. So I'll be there with you.
All right, sweetie. We'll see you soon.
Lady Trucker. What's up, Lady Trucker?
Good morning, fellas. I'm looking forward to Evan, the fireman, hosing Danny today.
Well, we're set and ready to go. I mean, it looks pretty good. Have we tried out the Guitar Hero to make sure there's no glitches this time, Danny?
Well, I'll calibrate the system.
Yeah.
I'll calibrate.
I can't see, Lady Trucker, I cannot see, Evan is his name?
Yeah.
I can't see him, that's a little insult.
No, I know.
Him winning this, because I've seen Danny many times play Guitar Hero, and I can't imagine somebody doing better.
Well, I mean, I'm a decent enough player.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I could definitely hold my own in most circles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to win any like professional competitions, but I am definitely. I would definitely take out a bunch of people if I was in one. Put it that way.
That's good. That's humble. I like that. I think the people like hearing that. A little humble, not like stupid primetime Sam Roberts pumping up his sap fucking whatever he is.
Yeah.
What is he?
I don't have any sap, so I don't know who you're talking about.
What? You're.
Only person I represent is a champion, Evan Champion.
Oh, right, Evan.
That's not his last name, though. I thought it was Seaman.
What? No,
Yeah,
it's
Seaman.
No, it's not Champion. I remember doing his interview. His name is Evan Seaman.
It's Champion. It's Champion. It's Champion.
Well, you must have got a name change or something. Or you
Well,
registered under an alias for this competition.
Danny's being humble, and that's kind of a cool thing to do. Because then you sit there and then you just riff and kick ass, and then when you're done, you're like, yeah, that's what I did. I said I was going to do it, and I did it. You don't pull this big hype fucking Sam fucking Roberts bullshit.
There's no bullshit. Danny's being humble for one reason, so when he ultimately loses, he can say, yeah, I didn't know from the beginning.
Really?
Because, if he starts bragging, then he'll look silly when he loses.
Oh, shit.
No, that's how your guy's going to look. Silly, because he just bragged the shit out of himself, and you pumped the shit out of him yesterday. And Danny's just, hey.
With a name like Fireman Evan Champion, how is a man going to look silly?
But that's not his name, though. It's Seaman.
No, it's Champion. It's Evan Champion.
It's Evan. It's Evan Cumhead.
Where is Evan? We got to get him in here. Sam brought in something from Whackbag, though. Sam, what am I holding in my hand? Because you couldn't. You ran over people to get this in.
Well, yesterday Danny made.
There's a sign out. The bleachers got fans, and there's a guy holding up an Evan sucks sign.
It's an Evan with a circle and slash through it.
Right. What's the other sign being raised on the bleachers? What does it say?
Crunch Gear supports Daniel Jason Ross.
Oh, no.
Nobody even goes to Crunch Gear. Fuck Crunch Gear.
Crunch Gear. We like the Crunch Gear. So you brought this in. You ran over some people. What's going on? There's a bit of controversy?
Well, Danny made the claim yesterday that he was the Guitar Hero champion of the PNC Bank Art Center parking lot. Not everybody agrees with him, including one of his challengers.
Well, let me read this post from Plastic Rocker. It is written, I've actually played Danny before at the PNC Bank Arts Center, the New Jersey Virus Tour, August 07, and there was controversy. I think I was his only real competition that day, and we were playing Jessica. It was a little back and forth, but I started to pull ahead and beat him, and then all of a sudden, very conveniently, the generator ran out of gas, and the game died. There was no definitive winner, and so I was not able to claim the trophy that was probably rightfully mine. What happened to that trophy, Dan? Did you have one of your cronies pull the plug on the game?
Now I have cronies.
You have cronies, too.
I hope Evan, whoever he is, kicks your ass and takes your spot as the top fake plastic rocker in the office.
Fake plastic rocker.
If you're wondering who I am, Google image search Guitar Hero, no quotes, and I'm the first image of a real person, the 12th thumbnail. I'm the guy with the flamethrower guitar. I should bring that thing in and set both of you on fire.
Well, I would really hate to to be the first human being that shows up on the Google image search for Guitar Hero. I would not brag about that at all. Plastic Rocker, Posts 1.
He's a new whackbagger. You got to spend somewhere.
Too much time winning Guitar Hero to be on Whackbag. He's cool.
Well, you're pumping this shithead too?
Well, I'm just saying, Danny isn't exactly the undisputed champion. There's some dispute there.
I do remember the PNC Bank Guitar Hero tourney.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember registering for the expert competition, and I do recall, I think, the competition for expert at least beginning as the actual comedians were hitting the stage. So half the people weren't there, and it became a very casual competition. And I don't remember playing this gentleman, but I do remember the generator running out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
But I can guarantee you that if it hadn't, I would have kicked it.
Here's another thing. Danny was working.
And probably drunk.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say for yourself now?
Definitely drunk.
I'm with Danny on this one, and I'll tell you why. This guy's all talk, no action. I mean, we get the listeners showing up every day. This guy could have showed up with his guitar.
That's what I have to say to him.
That's disgusting.
You don't need an invite to check out the show. You could have showed up with your guitar and surprised Danny with, "Hey, I was the guy that I think was beating you at the PNC that day."
I mean, shit. You have time to register for a message board and then write 3 fucking paragraphs about a video game. I think you could fucking find the time to show up. 15 minutes.
I gotta say,
if you're gonna cause a big ruckus about it,
it's a big all talk, no action thing. Evan in studio, wearing his Iron Maiden shirt, Anthony.
Oh yeah, I gotta go change.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna be dressed as Billy Mitchell today.
Well, as close to Billy Mitchell, my idol,
right,
as I can get.
Billy Mitchell.
Travis did me a very big favor. He went out and got me a nice red, white, and blue tie.
Yeah.
Nice.
In honor of my hero.
Yeah.
And I also went through the old closet and I found some nice tight-fitting jeans.
Very tight Billy Mitchell pants.
Also preferably worn by Billy.
Dude, you got how short are your legs?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like a 34-16. It's my pad size.
All right, so you're going to dress as Billy Mitchell. Evan just came in with his casual Iron Maiden. I bought it yesterday, but it looks like it's 20 years old T-shirt, right?
No, I got this at the show.
Oh, well, excuse me.
What happened?
That's right. Evan was at the Garden.
Yeah. And by the way, David didn't believe in Danny, so he didn't show up today to hype Danny. So
No,
Danny,
exactly. He quit.
Danny, it's looking a little rough for you today.
Wow.
David is not here to hype you up. So I'm sure Anthony will certainly help you out.
Of course.
I didn't have time for a lot of practice yesterday, but I will say that the last song that I did decide to practice on, I was 5-starring very, very difficult songs and doing very well.
All right.
I'm just basing this. I'm not even a hype guy. I'm just basing this on what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of people play Guitar Hero, and I've seen Danny kick ass.
Let's hear from Evan. Evan, how you feeling today about this whole thing?
I broke my arm. Can we postpone this?
No. I'm feeling pretty good, but my attitude is to just take it as any other time I'd be playing the game, rather than get all pumped up about it. That's how I perform my
Are
best.
you nervous that there might be close to 1 million people listening to you play Guitar Hero today? Let's get right to the facts here.
No, not really. I think I got most of my nerves out yesterday.
You're not in a dorm room with a bunch of nerds. I mean, this is the big time now.
This isn't Stony Brook fucking
University. It's not the cafeteria at Stony Brook University.
Yeah. Where was it held at Stony Brook?
It was actually in a common area in the dorm building.
In the dorm.
That's right.
Common.
The common area.
The commons in the dorm.
Yeah, Sam, work that.
It's not just some room.
Shit, you must have been playing against tens of people in there.
Wait, I want to hear Sam, who's supporting Evan, work that angle.
Yeah. You're not just going to some little dorm room, to some little setup, to some little corner of a bar. You're looking at a common room. When you're on a floor of a dorm, you're talking about 10, 20, 30 rooms. Where can all those students go? To the common area.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right. Hey, I got an idea because David is not here today because some people felt like it wasn't important enough to have David here for the big Guitar Hero match. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But people are suggesting that maybe we have a substitute hype man today.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, where is Hank Tankerous?
Hank Tankerous.
Where is Hank Tankerous? This is
Oh, it's actually. I'm being informed it's actually Tank.
I mean, Tank Hankerous, sure, you're right.
Hank Tankerous is.
Well, you're right. Tank Hankerous, but how could you remember a name?
Of course. Tank Hankerous. Hank Tankerous.
Great.
Hey, Tank.
Hey, Tank, how are you?
What's up, gentlemen? Move it, faggot.
Oh,
wow.
He pushed Evan out of the way. My God.
Might
this
have
is
hurt his
getting
arm
crazy.
there.
Yeah, don't hurt the hand.
Hey.
Don't hurt the hand.
So you, could you hype up Danny for the big Guitar Hero match?
Some men are here today to play some Guitar Hero, but the man who stand amongst the rest, whatever,
He stands amongst the rest.
Oh, you suck.
Yes.
is Daniel J. Ross. Going to kick this little faggot's ass. You're gonna be experiencing face melters.
Yeah?
So, on expert level,
Yeah.
Danny's just gonna blow the shit out of this game.
Good.
Thank you very much.
What
Sam, comment?
What Tank fails to understand is, while Danny is amongst the rest of the players,
He stands.
Evan is above the rest, which would make him the champion, not just like everyone else.
Right, well, we all noticed the,
Well, this is
the
what you
problem
get
we
for a
had there.
last-minute replacement.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem.
You suck.
So stop casting Tank in here.
Someone's gonna, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Tank, can you throw out maybe a rock scream to get the competition underway? We haven't had the rock scream in a while. Tank Hankerous with the rock scream.
Thank you very much.
Danny has left the studio to dress as Billy Mitchell for the competition.
He's putting on, it's like a tribute to Billy Mitchell, his hero.
Yeah.
His video game hero. Who also, by the way, a lot of controversy follows Billy Mitchell,
Yeah.
but he is a true champion.
That's true. We're not going to sit here and bash Billy Mitchell. He's a true champion.
And like you were saying, though, the controversy had followed Danny's championship run at PNC. Controversy is controversy. It's gonna follow. The true heroes are always going to be engrossed in controversy. The true players.
Billy Mitchell's
The
not
stars.
unplugging generators and breaking the hopes and dreams of fans of the show like Plastic Rocker.
Hey, don't go making allegations, false allegations. No one unplugged anything. It ran out of gas.
Just reading. I'm just reading.
You got Tank Hankerous here. You don't need to hype Danny
Oh,
anymore.
Tank?
Tank, what do you have to say about that?
Wasn't there. Didn't see the generator go down.
What an asshole.
There's claims that Danny might have turned off the generator when he was losing a Guitar Hero match at the PNC.
That's preposterous.
I'm smelling bullshit.
Yeah.
Daniel J. Ross would not stoop to those kind of shenanigans.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I know. That's like bullshit.
Stop coming to Tank Hankerous.
why we love Tank Hankerous. All right. Are we doing Through the Fire and the Flames? A lot of the, the hardcore Guitar Hero guys out there want to know. You doing that one today, Evan?
I'll do whatever.
On the mic.
How well have you done that one?
Pretty good, actually, although that is probably the hardest song in the whole series.
He'll still 5-star it, though. He'll still 5-star it.
5-star it, really?
Yeah, he'll 5-star any song.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I've seen him play.
How many times have you seen him play?
I actually...
Why are you letting Tank Hankerous off the hook, Ant?
He left.
No, because he left, first of all. And it doesn't matter what I say. 2 words out of his stupid mouth.
Tank, come here for a second. We're talking about Through the Fire and Flames.
Could you please get on fucking Sam Roberts over there and maybe ask him how many times he's seen Evan play?
You heard the man?
What did he...
You're right, yeah. Hey, Billy Mitchell!
All right, it's Billy Mitchell. Oh, are you a tool? Great.
Let me get a picture of this.
By the way, I gotta find a good camera angle here. Hold on, camera 1 I think is a good one.
Hold on, let me get a
Hold
get a picture of this for Opie's eye. Yeah, Opie's eye's back finally. What the fuck?
Get,
all right, wait, I gotta back up to get the
focus,
horrible pants.
zoom
Go
in.
back a foot. Yeah, Danny has showed back up in the studio as Billy Mitchell for the big Guitar Hero match. Beautiful. All right.
Someone's saying, wait, isn't that Joni Mitchell? His red, white, and blue tie. He's got the much too tight pants.
They are much too tight.
Yes,
Yeah, well.
you are so Billy Mitchell. Now, that will not affect your playing at all, will it?
No. If anything, it'll help support me.
Oh, okay.
So, it's like an athletic supporter.
All right.
Being true athletes that we are with our plastic guitars.
Yes.
So are we ready to do this or what?
I can't wait.
What are we doing? We have to test it out, make sure it's up to everyone's liking?
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean,
all right. Are we pulling songs out of a hat?
Well,
what have you guys figured out?
That's
You're the
one thing I was
Guitar
trying to
Hero
figure out. It's because, I mean, I did bring 4 different Guitar Hero copies.
Okay.
So there's hundreds and hundreds of songs in there. So we're going to have to somehow narrow this down. Maybe just do some more of the hits, or if you guys have personal favorites or whatever.
Well, you guys know,
it's a lot of music.
You guys know the game best, so
it's got to be
what's gonna work here.
Something difficult.
Maybe there's some songs that me and Danny can both agree on that we could throw out there.
Yes.
Look at
that. Sounds good.
Wow.
Wow, you got sportsmanship. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that is really
I like you guys'
honorable.
sportsmanship. It's all right.
No, it's a ploy to blurt out. What? Oh, Tank, you want to respond to his good sportsmanship, to Evan's good sportsmanship?
Yeah. That faggot will play whatever Daniel J. Ross wants to play.
Jesus Christ, that isn't even where I was going.
I know.
Holy shit.
That's why I'm doing this to you.
Oh, I know. It's torturing me, too.
Why? He's good.
He stinks.
That's why I'm doing
Tank
this to you.
Hankerus is a boob.
Tank Hankerus, it just says the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
No offense. I'll take it.
All right. Are we doing Through the Fire and Flames, though, as the grand finale? Where do we put that?
It's a tough song.
Nah, he's a little scared. He's a little scared.
Who plays it originally?
That is Avenged Seven? No, it's not Avenged Sevenfold.
Dragon
Force.
Yeah.
Actually, that was Evan who said it first, not
That
you,
used
Danny.
to, I don't know because I'm not up on it like you guys, but that used to be the song. Has there one come along that's even harder than that one?
They have been difficult songs since, but I think that remains the tops.
Do we do that as maybe I don't know,
tiebreaker?
That could be the third one, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, what do these guys think?
This song happens to be a big step above the rest. Maybe this could be a winner's circle song, maybe, as like a final showcase for the winner.
Look at that. He wants to keep performing after he wins.
No, he wants to not have that in the competition.
Well, he wants to.
If we're both,
is what he said.
If we're both playing it, we both have the same handicap.
Could you comment on that, please?
Yeah. What do you see going on here, Tank?
I see Evan acting a little chicken shit here and making excuses.
No, he didn't.
Gee, thanks.
Well, I said before, Danny has the luxury of picking any song that he chooses, and I will, without contest,
I think
go
at the
along
very,
with him.
I think at the very least, Through the Fire and Flames should be some kind of exhibition because people want to hear how well you guys would do that.
I think it should be part of the contest. If it's such a tough one,
It is. It's up there.
It should be the tiebreaker then, if need be, if you guys go 1 for 1, because once someone wins 2 songs, we're doing 2 out of 3 falls here.
Yeah.
Which is obviously 3 songs. If somebody wins 2, game over.
Should we do best of 5?
Best of 5? What the fuck time you want to get out of here?
We have nothing else planned today.
I got plans. I got plans. Not going past 11.
Oh no, I understand that.
Cocksucker.
I understand that.
You motherfuckers.
all right, let's get started. Unless there's a reason.
All right,
not
we'll
to.
take a quick break.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll decide on the songs.
Yes.
And when we come back, the big contest, the big Guitar Hero contest between Evan and our own Danny.
Mm-hmm. Damn straight.
And Tank, anything before we go to break?
Evan Seaman, have
champion.
Oh, whatever it is. I don't think that you have your own Guitar Hero champion cartoon like I have.
Holy shit!
please.
Look at that.
Even
Dressed as
drawn
Billy Mitchell.
as the man himself, Billy Mitchell.
Who did that for you?
Zoll.
Everybody knows Zoll
Everybody
can't
knows
draw.
Zoll.
That's perfect.
Zoll rules. This is my favorite.
Dude, that's perfect.
That's a very good drawing.
That right
Sam.
there,
No.
you know, that shows respect for a man and his abilities.
Zoll doesn't know anything about Guitar Hero. He can't draw. He's no good at this stuff. He needs to stick to posting or just watching.
Tank, what do you think?
Have it framed in my bathroom. Love it.
What?
All right. Well,
Tank Hankerus stinks.
All right.
let's go calibrate some lag.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this and then the big match next.
Are we back? Yes, we are. The Opie and Anthony Show. Where are you guys?
Yeah. I'm over here.
I'm over here now.
I'm over here now.
I'm near Danny and Evan getting ready for the big Guitar Hero match.
Opan 2 isn't up, huh? Damn it.
They have calibrated, Anthony.
Are they calibrated?
They're ready to go. There's another chair over here if you guys want to see the action. Where are we at, Danny?
We have to, because we have not played through.
Hold on, your mic's not on. I shouldn't have left my post. I knew it.
You left your post.
Why would I leave my post?
You abandoned your post.
Sir.
Just,
there you go.
Because we have not run through the game, on this particular console, we're just unlocking. We're at the stage now where we're unlocking using a cheat code, unlocking all the songs, so then we could pick from everything that the Guitar Hero does.
Normally, you'd have to play and win. And
it's just a extremely long and elaborate code that you have to put in, and it's very easily fucked up, so running through it a few times.
That always sucks.
Have you been able to do the cheat code? Still no?
I think I was familiar with I never needed to use the cheat codes, so I'm not really familiar with them. But
hey, see that? Look at that.
I do recall having to use them on the PS2 version, but unfortunately they are not the same.
All right.
That's him entering the code, by the way, in case anybody's curious.
He's got to enter the code.
Sounds good.
It's like he's warming up.
That sounds really nice.
That is a weird way to enter a cheat code, isn't it? The PC is so easy. Stupid console games. If he screws up putting in the cheat code, someone hit him over the head with a guitar.
I can't talk shit. I already screwed it up once.
It's that hard?
It's just so long and unnecessary.
Yeah, why wouldn't it just be 1, 2, 3?
It sounds like what I wanted to do.
They don't want you to cheat.
I wanted to bring in my own console, and I just at the last minute I was like, oh well, we have one there. What do I need mine for? And I fucking should have brought it in.
Yeah, perhaps.
It didn't work? Oh boy, we got our first problem.
I seem to recall my wife having no problem entering this code multiple times.
Ah,
well, is she here?
No,
I just shut up.
I don't know what the problem is.
Danny, you want to give it a try, or are we gonna?
But I don't think it's really for the radio.
Well, I know.
To listen to that again is awfully terrible and boring.
Well, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah,
really. Sam could hype up his man.
Well, the bottom line is that Evan isn't going to be able to enter a cheat code correctly because he's never done it before. To any game, Guitar Hero or otherwise, whether it be for PS2, Xbox, Nintendo DS, Atari.
Where's Tank Hankerus? Tank.
There's no way to do this just with a controller, or it's hysterical.
This is the controller, that guitar.
They have to just do it with the fucking guitar to put in cheat codes.
You should see how long this cheat code thing is, and I'm looking at it as Danny attempts it again. It's a nightmare.
There's no reason for it, right?
It's harder than the game.
Yeah.
You might as well just play the game.
You just got it.
Did you get it, Danny? Fuck.
I'm doing what it says.
Danny failed too.
You hit the thing and put God mode, and then that's it.
I still remember those old Doom codes.
Fucking Doom codes.
IDDQD.
Yeah, unlimited ammo.
Are we double checking to make sure we have the right code?
Yes.
You want to call your wife, Travis?
Already a clusterfuck, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Guitar Hero Championship 2009.
Right.
We are trying to put in the cheat code so they could unlock the hard songs, so they could actually compete and not play pussy songs.
Well, where's Tank Hankerus?
I feel like the longer people wait for it.
He's putting in his eat code.
Tank.
Can you turn, is this on? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Wrong headphones.
Oh, shit. You put on the Future Losers headphones.
Who, Danny's? Oh.
No.
Go on.
Evan was using those headphones.
Evan, of course.
Tank Hankerus.
Yeah.
It's awful.
This stinks.
Have you been following what's been going on here?
It's a shame. This should have been done ahead of time. I don't know what's with some of the staff here. I'm blaming possibly your executive producer on this one.
And you can't get in trouble because you're in character right now.
That is true, and we're on the air.
So you're blaming Steve. Why are you blaming Steve?
This should have been set up
Chris?
and ready to go when the show came over from CBS.
That could be true that this should have been set up. I don't know whose responsibility that would be, but
Wait, Danny's going to take the hit. You can't take the hit. You're one of the
It's
competitors.
going to be like a 12-minute situation to try and put in a fucking cheat code for a video game. So I will definitely.
Steve probably assumed they knew what they were doing.
I'll say as the character Primetime Sam Roberts, I would also think it would be Steve's responsibility.
We were doing it wrong.
oh boy.
Wait, we might have it now?
I see.
It came up. It said unlock everything. Did it?
That's Rolling Stones.
It's
called the game, asshole.
I see Evan gets very upset. Evan's also got a squint going. I think he might have some eyesight problems looking at the screen.
There's no eyesight problems.
That could,
That's a glare.
All right, we're getting ready to go, Ant.
There's no way to pull up Evan 2. So I could get the screen up.
There's
there.
another chair over here if
No,
someone wants to
never
see
mind.
the action. Danny, so what do we got going on here? We're ready to go?
We're definitely ready. We are going to play 3 songs, right? One of my choice, one of his choice, and then I guess what we're doing, Fire in the Flames for a third song. So, me being the sportsman that I am, I will let the first choice go to my competitor.
Ooh. Evan, come here for a second. What song are you going to pick for the first song of the Guitar Hero match here?
I'm not sure. I'm going to peruse the list and see if anything catches my eye.
Take your time, champion. Take your time.
Champion.
All right, Ed, he's looking around, looking for his first song.
Not Dragon Force is not here, unfortunately.
Is it okay if I stand here while you're playing? What do you
I
think?
got it here.
Evan, what do you think?
He's looking for a song.
Yeah, I see him.
Well, we're already doing Cliffs of Dover, right?
Yeah, well, that's the choice.
Oh, okay, so we'll do Cliffs of Dover.
right now.
All right, so he's doing Cliffs of Dover. Both you guys are. Evan
This is
picked the first
exciting.
song. Yeah,
This
first
is,
song, best out of 3, Anthony. Here we go.
First song, best out of 3, Cliffs of Dover. They're
Evan
lined
versus
up,
Danny.
ready to go.
Oh, we have a Guitar Hero Challenge intro from Derek if you want to hear that.
Yeah, let's hear that. He spent at least 10 minutes on it, so we should give it a spin here for everybody. We got an official intro and everything. Go ahead, Travis.
It's the Opie and Anthony Guitar Hero Challenge between Daniel Jason Ross and the fireman Evan Champion, who happens to be an intern.
You wanted the best, but they didn't fucking make it.
The Opie and Anthony Guitar Hero Challenge. Guitars with colorful buttons on them.
Wow.
Hey, that's a great intro.
This is exciting.
Thank you, Derek and Steve. All right, we're ready to go, Ant. Best
Wow.
of 3.
This is unbelievable. Our first one ever.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to prove it right here. They're loading. The game is loading, as I see. They're both standing
The
there.
competition is about to begin.
All right, here we go. Head-to-head competition, Anthony. Eric
is.
Johnson's Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
I'm on the right.
There it is.
Of course you are.
Who's stuck in ass?
Danny's sweating.
Danny's behind right now, Ant.
Of course he is.
Danny's playing Smoke on the Water.
Evan's got a sizable lead right now, Anthony.
Look at how cocky Evan looks right now. Look at how sure of himself he is.
Yeah, he's tapping his feet.
He's just dancing. He's just dancing.
Yeah, he's having a ball.
Man, this nervous intern, he was real nervous yesterday talking about just basic shit, but now he's very, very confident.
The fireman's got rhythm.
He's in the zone. Danny's making a comeback, though, Ant. It's a bit closer.
How do they do this?
Danny has taken the lead, Anthony.
Yes.
Danny has taken the lead, but it's very, very close.
35,000 Evan, 35,000 Danny.
Evan is. It's going back and forth. It's really tough to see who's
very tight.
Who's winning. Danny's got a lead right now. Pretty good lead.
Yeah.
Make sure the wiring's good.
Wow.
I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm
Evan
watching.
has taken the lead, but very, very close. It's back and forth again, Anthony.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Evan has a nice little lead right now.
He does?
Yes, he does.
I've never gotten car sick watching a video game before. I feel like I'm being attacked by it.
Oh, that was good.
Danny has taken the lead back from Evan.
This is back and forth. It's really
certainly is.
close.
Evan
Yeah.
actually moves his head and acts like he's in concert.
Danny's lead is growing, Anthony. It's growing a bit.
People are saying Evan looks like Jet Travolta.
Okay.
Just adding that in. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Evan just jumped ahead big time.
Yeah, there's a lot of little notes there.
Evan had a nice spurt there, Ant.
This is a very
But now
close.
it's getting back to very close, yes.
Is it hard to read a book while you play this?
Very, very
Evan just
close.
hit a 50-note streak. So did Danny.
Yeah.
Right behind him with a 50-note streak.
Behind.
Here comes the lead. Here comes the lead.
Evan, a 100-note streak. Evan's got a nice little lead right now, Ant.
What are you doing? Okay, how about this? Green, blue, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, blue, 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 blue,
Wow.
blue, blue, green, yellow, red, green, green, blue, 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 yellow, blue. Love to see Governor Patterson playing this game.
Evan's got a sizable lead.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Oh, look at that. Star power ready, baby.
Well, they're both smoking on the star power.
Yeah. It's 100.
I can't believe.
Wow. I don't know how they know when they fuck up. I can see little explosions on the end of a guitar and monsters on a stage.
It's very embarrassing for Danny.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Anthony,
Hey, how come you stop pushing the button?
Evan won the first song.
Sizably.
What was the score?
What was the score? It went away already.
Guaranteed. No, he beat me, definitely. I fucked up so fucking bad. Yeah.
Now, why did you fuck up?
Look at that.
Wait, it was 100 and...
Because I've had no sleep and no practice, and I haven't played this game in 7 fucking months.
Man,
But-
excuses.
Whoa,
Excuses. Wow.
I can guarantee you. I can guarantee that my high score at my house is much bigger than his.
All right, why don't you tape the score? Why don't you tape the score, Billy? Why don't you tape the score and send it in?
Tape it.
Because that screen says 180,588 to 146,890. Not even close.
Wait, go back to that. Evan hit 90% of his notes.
Boom.
I hit 87. Guaranteed.
That was actually and Danny hit 87%.
Did you?
That performance for me too.
I've never seen Danny go below 95.
Look at that.
I fucked up like 4 of my star power phrases, and that's the only reason why he got a sizable lead.
He said it wasn't going to happen again, and it's happening again. He said it wasn't going to happen again, and it is.
Tank Hankrus, your guy didn't look too good there. Yeah, quit crying like a baby and kick this faggot's ass.
Wow, he's some tough love. Some tough love there.
Yeah, certainly.
Thanks, the motivator.
Well, Evan's one song away from winning the big Guitar Hero match competition here.
And it's only going to take one more.
What song are we picking for the second song?
I'm not sure. It's up to me, but I mean, I want
Here's-
this fun.
Once you pick
Here's
Slow
the
Ride.
big comeback.
Too easy.
No, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny, he changed his tune.
No, man, I'm pissed off because, like, I know I'm not in my game, man. I'm pissed off. I know this
Right.
fucker cannot be. Dude, I saw his performance.
This is Slash all over again.
I know.
It's
Champions
Slash
don't
all
get
over
angry.
again.
I saw him play. He can't play. I could do much better than this.
But you didn't.
I've never seen Danny dip below 90 fucking.
It doesn't matter. We're here. We're playing.
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. It just did.
I'm sure George Foreman thought if I would have hit Ollie harder, he would have got knocked out and not me.
That's right. Maybe it's the really tight Billy Mitchell pants that's throwing Danny off.
Well, can we look at the way Evan holds his guitar compared to the way Evan wears his guitar more like a necklace?
Yeah. Yes.
Whereas Danny has the traditional hanging guitar.
Yes,
I was going to go with even flow because it's fun.
Yeah, Evan holds it like Roy Orbison.
All right, even flow. Evan beats Danny. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Here we go.
All right.
Cool. The little guitars are back up.
Here we go.
The guitars are coming. 17, 24, 24.
We'll let them establish before we tell you who's leading.
Yeah.
It's a little early.
It's pretty close. Okay, one of them is up. One of them is still up. Yep, the guy is still up.
Danny's got an early lead, Anthony. Early lead has...
All right.
They worked their way through Even Flow by Pearl Jam.
Evan's coming back.
Here come the notes.
That's right.
Danny holding on to a slim lead, Anthony.
Very slim.
It's all right.
Very tough game. Wow. I could play this game for exactly 4 seconds before breaking it.
Danny's rocking a pretty big lead.
Yep. All right. For some reason, Evan is playing like Bob Dole now.
This is the biggest lead Danny has had in the competition.
Yeah, he fucked up his star power. I don't know what that means. All I know is that Boston is after the last comic standing.
Evan's fighting back a little bit, but Danny definitely holding on to his lead.
He's coming back. Evan is coming back. I've seen this before.
No.
I like the long nose.
Danny's got it.
Danny's in the zone right now, Ant.
Yep.
Holding on to the lead.
Danny's Billy Mitchell costume is going to look awfully silly if he doesn't win.
Just concentrate. Danny's got it.
Danny's still in the lead.
Danny's lead's a little more slender than it was.
Yeah, slightly. Lead not changing too much, Ant.
All right, a little star power.
Danny needs to tank hankerish that lead, which means fatten it up.
Danny getting a bigger lead right now.
Yeah.
Where are we at on this one, Fireman?
You relax.
Whoa, that was a big section for Evan. It is close. Evan has taken the lead.
There he is. There's the fireman.
Anthony.
There's the fireman.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
Down goes Danny. Evan has taken a big lead.
How did that happen?
He hosed out that fire that Danny was on.
Evan likes to hang back and wait for the competition to trip, and then he trounces.
Evan on a 100-note streak.
Yeah, of course he is.
Anthony hit, Danny hit a 50-note streak.
But now Danny's side's on fire. Is that good or bad?
It's good.
It's good.
Okay. There's electricity on his side.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah.
Evan's still holding on to his lead. We're getting close to the end here.
I don't know how he knows when he fucked up. I don't know.
Oh, there's a lot of flames on Evan's side.
Yeah, there's a lot of electricity, Opie.
That's why they call him the fireman.
Evan pulling away, Ant. Pulling away.
Oh, man, it's not even close anymore.
Yes. Evan has a calm...
What happened? What happened? No! What happened? What happened? No! What happened? What the fuck? What happened? They got unplugged. What happened? What happened? Where's the referee?
Wait, what happened?
Where's the referee?
Shit, Anthony.
What happened?
Evan was in the
Unplugged
lead.
the Xbox.
Evan was in the lead.
No, what
Evan
happened?
was kicking his ass.
He was destroying him, and that Xbox lost power.
Dude, I came over to...
Steve, he turned off the fucking machine. Where have you been?
I came over to look.
Oh, Danny throwing down his guitar.
I came over to look at the
Oh, my
monitor.
God. He's turning into Pete Townsend.
You were supposed to help Danny. Now Danny's pissed that you took...
No, I came
Danny
over
had
to
the
look
big
at the
comeback.
I came over to look at the monitor, and something fell out of the
Well, the plug fell out.
fell out of the machine when I came in to look at the monitor.
Is that bad that happened?
I don't know what
my
happened.
God. That was Evan's match to win.
What?
That was Evan's
Evan
match
had
to
a
win.
huge lead.
No, Danny was.
But
he
Danny
was
seems to be
pulling
pissed
ahead.
off that Anthony pulled the plug on the Xbox.
I'm not pissed at the plug.
It fell out when
I'm
I
pissed.
walked by. It looked
pissed.
like I pulled it.
I'm pissed at this fucking kid. He really thinks that he's better than me at this game, and he might
is.
have been. He might have been. All right, you know what? I'm over here. I can turn all your fucking mics off. So he might think. He might think that now. Oh, yeah, you're on the wireless.
I got the super powerful microphone.
Dude, I'm watching him play.
Yep.
He's missing a fuckload of notes. I'm missing them too. But I'm working on 5 hours of sleep in 2 days.
But you knew the competition was here today.
But I will only say this, Danny. He's an intern. He's a nervous wreck. He's not used to being on the air. So
No, Danny had it.
Believe me,
That plug didn't fall out.
there's nothing more than I wanted to do than practice for 8 hours yesterday, just so I could just destroy this fucking kid who's talking shit. But I didn't have the time, so I just couldn't do it.
Hey, how much did you practice, Evan? How much?
You're sounding like a sore loser right now, Danny.
I don't give a fuck.
He didn't lose anything. The
telling
game
you.
somehow fucked up, and they got it.
If we can't
At
get this
some point,
Xbox
they gotta
back
do it
on,
again.
Evan wins because he's in the
No,
lead.
It's true.
Evan hasn't played in 2 weeks.
It
2 weeks.
doesn't work that way.
I haven't played in 6 months.
You played yesterday for 20 minutes.
Hey, Jimmy's a big fight fan like myself. Can you imagine Muhammad Ali talking like Danny's talking right now?
Can I say right now, this sounds like it was an old-fashioned shellacking.
Something, it was a mechanical problem, and obviously they would have to do it again at some time.
How about turning it back on and doing that really tough song?
Yeah.
Well,
First comes first. Steve needs to get to the bottom of exactly what happened to that Xbox. Cause
something fell out. Look, it fell out there too at the at the box.
How would you know that?
Did you notice that while you were right over there close to it?
I went over and I saw it fall out, and I had to come back here and report that it had fallen out because I wanted to see the screen to see if he was actually winning.
Yeah.
And wow, I never expected that to happen. I guess the cheat code's got to be put back in, huh?
That's it. That's 12 more fucking minutes.
Evan, do you want to put the cheat code in? Yeah, I think I got it. All right, you'll obviously get
of
it
course Evan's got it. Of course he does, right, Sam?
I'm stunned that could happen.
What, that Danny could actually lose?
No, that there was a mechanical problem right at the end there because Danny was coming back. There was definitely a win in that one for Danny. It would have gone to the third song.
No, it wouldn't have.
No, it was definitely going to the third song.
It would have went to the third song if Evan had handed his guitar to Dick Clark and said, "Finish up."
Yeah.
I'd also like to know what Anthony was doing over there. That's very convenient timing.
No, I was looking. I told you I was looking at the monitor. I can't see the score up here on the screen, so I wanted to see it.
Hold on, a communication from Master Poe.
I think Anthony pulled out the plug. Yeah, what did Steve say?
Steve,
what happened? What fell out?
What happened? What fell out?
I just got yelled at for bringing that up on the air. So don't do it.
Why are you yelling at Sam?
No,
for
you know
bringing
what?
that up?
I'm actually executive producing and trying to find out where our phoner with Joe Rogan is going, and so my head was down.
God, everyone has excuses today.
No, it's not an excuse. It's actually a legitimate reason.
Excuses.
So shit stirrer over here decides to bring
You
it
slapped the
up.
microwave for me while I was on the air.
Yeah, I would have slapped your face, but I'm exercising restraint.
That's a good one, Steve.
It's a
You're
show.
welcome. Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
a fucking a habit with you.
Thank you. And it'll continue to be. Thank you.
Good one.
It'll continue to be. Can't argue that logic.
This rocks. The whole show is falling apart.
Boy, a lot of toxic energy in here. It's good. We ought to all go down to Verizon.
All right, listen.
Unfaced idiots.
What are we going to do? We're putting the cheat code back in?
Yes, Evan will
Put
do
the
it.
cheat code back in, and then they could start that song again if they want. It just,
Master
you know, if we could keep the mechanical problems to a fucking minimum.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
The cord fell out. I told you.
I've never
I saw
seen
it. Thank God I was close enough to see what happened.
I've never seen a cord fall
And what
out.
were you saying?
I came over to
No,
see
no, but you're hoping for what?
no mechanical difficulties.
All right, good. Master Poe, make sure you watch Anthony for the next 10 minutes.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because I've never seen a cord fall out of an Xbox on
I
its
didn't
own.
either. That's what shocked me. I was looking at the score, and I just saw it fall out, and I had to run back to the mic and go, "Oh my God, the cord fell out."
We need a referee.
We're doing same song do-over?
I would say do another one.
What do you want to do, Danny?
Well, that first song should still count.
Yes, it does.
Well, of course.
And that next
Don't be
one,
silly.
Evan, did you write that second one? You played it so well. I think that's kind of cheating.
I think it's only fair. I mean, if he did have a
Danny.
if he did have a lead, it's only fair.
I'm getting a communique from the TMZ kid. He writes, "Down goes Danny.
Wow.
Down goes Danny."
Tell that TMZ kid if he steals one more of my lines that I just did 5 minutes ago, I'll do nothing about it. So I don't know who he is.
Restart the contest.
All right, what are we doing now? now?
It's gonna be we're gonna do even flow.
Even flow again?
All right.
It's only
All
fair that
right.
it's the same song.
All right, they're going to do the same song.
Controversy abound.
Okay.
Someone check Danny's pants for foreign objects.
No
there's some-
controversy.
There's some
just
wrestling
rock.
shenanigans
Just
happening.
rock.
Here comes the guitar. Danny is sitting down. Apparently the standing thing wasn't working for him, so he's now Jose Feliciano. Oh, good. More Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
They got some star power. 100-note streak for both of them. Yep. It's pretty much tied, Anthony.
Yep. There goes Danny with a little star power.
There also goes Danny.
Yep.
It's still too close to call.
It's too
really.
close.
No one's really pulling away yet. 200-note streak for both guys.
Yep. Yeah, and it will continue. It's raining green fire.
Go, fireman.
I don't know why that happens.
It's still too close to call, Aaron.
Star power ready, baby.
All right. 300-note streak for both guys. First time we're seeing this during the competition.
That's right. One of the first times it's ever happened in a competition.
This is very close now.
I want to play this, so we'll just keep going 2-note streak, 1-note streak.
Star power ready for Danny.
All right, there goes Danny.
Danny has a bunch of electricity on his side.
Evans got a slight lead.
What?
No, actually, Evans pulling away.
Yeah.
Evans pulling away.
How'd that happen?
Master Poe, get over near Anthony.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, he's not going to do it.
How would I do that?
Why would Poe?
Evans still got a lead. A sizable lead.
110 to 134.
Evans still holding his lead.
All right. Danny's coming back.
Yep.
Not fast enough.
Danny's playing like one of the way outs.
145 to 128. Plus the thousands.
It's the way Evan holds his guitar that makes us hate him.
Yeah. Evan holding on to his lead.
Barely.
It's getting closer.
Not that close.
Evan's got star power ready. $100-note streak for Evan. Evan pulling away a little bit. 200-note streak for Danny.
There we go. Little guitar lead.
Evan holding on to his lead. Danny kind of inching up toward him.
Evan is really doing well.
Danny apparently feels that potty language is appropriate at this competition.
Yeah, he's cursing.
Do not concur. Oh, Evan's shaking his hand. He's kind of like scratching his side. He's very casual and relaxed, this kid.
So much for pianos.
Yeah, it's 228,295.
Evan's got a sizable lead.
We have what can only be described as an old-fashioned shellacking. Nobody wants to be shellacked.
Not over yet.
It's just about, though. Evan is way far out.
This Evan's the best Guitar Hero player I've ever seen. Anthony might owe me $100 from yesterday.
I didn't really make that bet.
Oh, me neither.
Oh, you suck.
Danny has star power. I don't know what that means.
Might be a little too late, Jimmy.
Might be. I don't know what it means.
Too late. Let's see what happens.
Evan's on a 4,000 note streak. 27,270.
Oh boy!
boy.
Oh boy!
I told you before, this game comes down to star power phrases, and if you miss one, it's the end.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to skill, and that's why they call him Evan Champion. 310,000.
Evan hit 99%. Anthony, Danny, excuse me, hit what? 98. 98.
Yeah, there you go. Evan's the big video game champion of the world.
That's right.
Good job.
Fuck that.
Oh boy!
Evan Champion.
Someone's a sore loser.
Someone's a very sore loser.
Someone has all that shit going on, and the fucking Guitar Hero competition is the least of their problems.
I understand that, but it's like when I would lose Parcheesi.
And
I one time lost a Parcheesi game,
Yeah.
and that Wilkerson boy suffered third-degree burns on his face and chest. People said I was a sore loser.
How stupid is it for an intern to fucking win over the guy that tells you what to do?
You'd think he would have thrown it.
Cleaning fucking toilets with a toothbrush.
D-Rock, where's your toothbrush? Thank you. It'll volunteer for the tooth. Thanks, Ant. Oof.
No. I guess, took it. Wow, silence here. It's a very somber mood.
We put the critics to rest. I think some of us are very happy.
Mm-hmm. I think we're of equal skill.
Equal?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say this, though.
It was close.
I haven't found the competition that I would like to play, and I do believe Danny is
Jesus.
challenged
Stop your condescending bullshit.
Well, I'll tell you what. We could set it up.
I would say he is by far the best competitor I've ever played
against. Well, let's do this, because now I'm kind of pissed off, because no one fucking beats me. No one beats me.
Evan Champion. Try.
So how about... Maybe, let's say, it can't be too ridiculously far in the future, but let's say
now.
Let's say a month. let me get back to where I was like a year and a half ago, where I was kicking the fucking shit out of Asian kids.
The fallen champion.
Let me have fucking 2 nights sleep in a row.
Right.
And I will fucking kick the shit out of you.
But
that's what we're talking.
Why did you agree to this competition if you have so much going on in your personal life?
Because I figured, like every other Guitar Hero fuck twat, they're always just talking all the shit, and then you fucking play them, and they suck.
I didn't say Evan fuck twat. I said Evan Champion.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I got my semantics mixed up.
This is
wow.
I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah.
I'm outraged.
You're also a cheater.
I didn't cheat.
I don't know what happened with that first.
I told you the cord fell out, and thank God I was there to see it.
Do we have video of Anthony cheating?
I don't
hope
think so.
I really wanted to. I hit the wrong button by accident, but I wanted to compare stats where it breaks down each section of the song by how many notes, because I know I missed like 2 fucking killer notes.
Yeah.
And it was key. Like the reason he had a sizable lead against me was because that enabled him to get star power. And then obviously if I miss a star power phrase, I have to wait for the next one. Meanwhile, he's already one whole phrase ahead of me. Meanwhile, he could double his multiplier from 4 to 8, therefore doubling anything I can do.
Danny, don't look.
So you could miss 3 notes.
Yeah.
And have a score difference of at least 40,000.
Exactly.
Don't look at the instant feedback, because I've never seen wah spelled so many times on instant feedback.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of wahs going on.
A lot of wahs.
It's important to read the feedback.
Well,
whatever. What do you want me to say?
Just hey, look, you want it happens. You don't. And I like the fact the intern is trying now to make his life easier. Going, you know what? Of all the people I've massacred,
no,
this
look,
Danny
Jimmy, I swear to God, I'm not good at anything. I am not good at any fucking thing.
Isolate that.
This fucking game I am good at. God damn it, I'm good. It's the one fucking thing. Can I have it, please?
But you're not the best. But you're not the best.
No,
maybe the third time we try this, you'll prove it.
No, forget it. No, it's fucking.
Hey, look, it's not the only thing you're good at. Danny's putting too much of his self-esteem on this worthless game. The bottom line is there are a lot of things that Evan would be better at you than, not just this particular source.
I gave up playing this because it bored the fucking hell out of me.
Yeah, it's
so I haven't played
Evan. He's young and excited.
Yeah, well, don't read the instant feedback.
What's it saying?
I don't care. Let them say whatever the fuck they want to say. It's right here. I'm a happy butt thinks I'm a crybaby.
Jim Jones.
Mike saying except that I fail.
Hold on. Jim Jones.
Let's
oh my
see.
God, Nerdbot, stop your crying. Call the ambulance for Danny. Danny's a girly man.
Yeah, I'm at work. What are you doing?
Nerdbot.
Danny is to Guitar Hero how Black Girl is to hanging pictures.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I think maybe Dragon Force might be the ultimate test.
He wants to do it again.
Billy Mitchell checking in saying, please take off my tie.
Oh, no.
You didn't even get a chance to type USA in the scoreboard.
Danny equals crybaby.
Whatever. I'm flabbergasted.
I know. Danny's going to be playing like Guitar Hero in the rain, and Blythe Danner is going to have to tell the son. That's his way of saying that he has to practice now to beat you. How far do I have to go to get a laugh on a Greg Santini reference? Hey, you missed that note, sports fans.
Spike W. from New Hampshire. He says, Opie, can you go online to see what that wine is worth?
Wine.com.
Oh, no.
Jesus, you're a brave man.
Oh, Jesus.
That was such a dick. Let's go to the phones and say hi to Lady Trucker again. Lady Trucker.
Danny, you're hosed.
What does that even mean?
Well, you know, we could have Andrew.
Shut
Good.
up.
Well, you know what, Lady Trucker, let me tell you something. You know how you call in every day for every show? Half the time I just put you on hold and I don't even put your name up. So now we can hang up on Lady Trucker because she never has anything to say.
Yeah. Fucking go get some more hemorrhoids.
All right, give her a break. Brad in Jersey.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? Anthony, you were basically the guy that flew into the ropes with the parachute during Riddick Bowe and Holyfield. Nice job.
Yeah.
Why?
There's the reference.
I like I said, I walked over, cord fell out, I came back here to report.
You're like Captain Lou Albano or something.
What?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Who was the Great Wizard?
The
Grand Wizard.
Grand
Grand
Wizard.
Right,
All
sure.
right, I like that name.
Yes.
That's what I was going for. Brandon in Oklahoma.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, why don't you guys, I've seen Danny's achievements. The man is awesome at Guitar Hero. All you got to do is pull up his achievements. He's got like a 1,000-note streak. It tracks all that, and he hasn't played in forever. I mean, if you look on there, it says the last time he played.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ross.
Practice and give a second.
But that was all part of the hype portion of the competition. Today the competition went down.
What does Billy Mitchell say about live competition?
You got to do it live.
You got to do it live. You got to do it live.
That's what. Well, what did I say? Let's go home and look at what I did. I said, let's do it a month. I'll fucking practice.
You did say, though, that your highest score at home is probably better.
I did, but I didn't say that was going to be an official record.
It's not the be-all, end-all of Guitar Hero.
Good point.
Oh, what a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
Yeah, Sonny from Dog Day Afternoon is trying to make me feel better. You know, you tried. You did what you had to do.
Well, let's go to the phones.
It just wasn't your day.
Rick in St. Louis. Rick.
Hey, man, I hope Danny goes back and listens to the replay and understands how much of a tool he sounds like complaining about being kicked in the ass on a video game.
Rick, I don't give a shit what you think.
Why don't you fags learn how to play a real guitar?
I do! We do! You ass!
Oh, no.
Let's go to Miles in Minnesota. Miles.
Hey, Danny.
What?
You sound just like Steve when Steve's having a meltdown. I mean, identical to him, bro. What the fuck?
Look.
Ooh. That's mean.
You know what they say when you don't give a shit, that means you really do.
Let's go to Footer. Footer.
Yo, what's up, guys? Danny, you are the for cuckold guitar here. You're definitely prepping the
cool.
Cuckold guitar.
You know what? I think it's been a record. I think it's been years since I've been this far into the fucking shit, getting my ass handed to me by everyone on every level. So I had quite a streak there. So I'll just accept that.
Yeah. Let's go to Anthony in New York. Anthony.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
I got these guys are average players. I will bring a competitor in for Anthony to challenge this Evan that doesn't really need to look at the screen to play the game.
We're not saying that we could play it blindfolded. It was just it was skill versus skill.
Who plays it blindfolded?
I will say Evan could probably play blindfolded.
Shut it.
I'll put Evan on the line.
Hold on.
Accept any challenge.
Are there people out there that do this blindfolded?
Evan does.
Evan?
I have my guy. I'll turn his head and write a note to you.
All right, well, Evan says
Who's this?
he could say he could do it. He could do it blindfolded.
Who is this fantasy man?
We'll bring him in. Danny, you are not a worthy competitor.
Wait, you got a guy that could do this blindfolded and beat Evan?
Absolutely.
Well, that's
bring him in.
Anthony, I never said I could play fucking blindfolded.
You can't play looking at it, so
I can play. If I bet you I beat the shit out of you.
I don't play that game. That's why I got my man who...
So then shut the fuck up.
That's how you know Danny is mad. When he goes, you can't even play that game. And he goes, yes, I can.
My favorite was Danny saying, "I don't care," followed with a lot of screaming and carrying.
And then because, man, I'm fucking tired, man.
Listen to the
if you only
replay.
knew, dude. If anyone only knew.
And then he dropped his guitar on the phone on the floor.
He goes, "I don't care." Then all hell broke loose.
Danny, what's wrong? Come on. I wake up at 2:30 in the morning. I'm for
I've
real.
seen Danny just shred
3,
that
I beat
thing.
you.
Yeah, okay, so we're both tired. So what's the matter? Why are you upset? Relationship trouble, real life? All right.
No, his intern, fucking shithead, just fucking.
Anybody's
beat
going to
him.
get upset when they get beat like that, but it's to be expected when the fireman is on duty.
The fireman.
There's a couple more, then we'll move on. Rich in Connecticut. Rich.
Hey, Danny. I used to be really good at Electronic Simon Says when I was a kid. You want to go?
Oh, brother.
Let's go to Bastard, the trucker. Bastard.
Hey, Danny, I got a truckload of dildos if you want to suck some more.
Wow. Do we? Right,
Why would I waste all those delicious things in my mouth?
Let's go to Kurt in Los Angeles.
We need Tank Hankerus, by the way.
Bring in Tank.
Do we really?
Where are we? Kurt, Los Angeles. Go ahead.
Danny, oh, I'm not good at anything, but it's still real to me, damn it.
Fucking listeners are assholes.
They rule. Danny, Utah.
Yeah, I just want to say Anthony is the Robbie Knievel of New Year's jumps.
You should have said a Guitar Hero, because Robbie Knievel was a Robbie Knievel of New Year's Jumps.
You stink.
You fucking canker sore of a man.
Danny, I love you, but I got to read these. Gino in Philly writes, "How about Danny compete with Fez in a wah showdown?"
Hey, I do my crying off the air.
That's the difference, right? Aren't we doing Through the Flames and the Fires and whatever the fuck that song is
Well,
called?
why? Why bother?
Let's
the
do
true
it.
champ has been fucking.
I think the champion should get the stage and be able to just perform
He said he
for
wants to do a
everybody.
winner circle jerk, so let's do it. Let's do for that.
It is a game, and it's mostly
Here,
for
set up that
amusement.
song. I know it's a long one, so what we'll do is we'll start the song, and then we'll go to break, and we'll see how you did with it. Because a lot of people would probably.
Are they playing against each other though?
No, we're gonna give him the stage. This was for a while the hardest song. I don't know if there's a hard song. I have no idea. I lost track. But a lot of people would love to know how you would score on that song.
How long of a song
I
is
think
it?
it's like 9 minutes or something. 70
Holy
minutes.
Toledo.
It's tough. What's your highest percentage?
I think I might have broken 85 once.
On that one?
It's
No, he's
really.
See, I honestly think that we're very similarly talented. So to
He's
speak.
being modest. He's being very modest. I saw him get to 100%.
I haven't hit 85 on Fire and Flames, but I've cracked 80 definitely.
Us only playing 2 songs is not an accurate gauge.
Yes, it is.
To either of our skills.
You played 3.
Oh, well,
Stop trying to be humble.
Evan wants a good internship.
The
he
fact that
knows
his-
what this means after the mics go off.
The fact that his hair looks like Frankenberry and he's trying to be fucking polite makes me
Humble.
sick. Stop trying to be polite.
Well, there's a good question coming in from Greg in Georgia. Greg?
Yeah, I was going to see if the fireman was going to take Danny's place as being Anthony's new drinking buddy.
Oh, that's a very good question. Will Evan now be your new drinking buddy?
Get the fuck out of here.
Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Maybe Danny would feel better if he talked to his mom. Oh no.
Oh, that's right. They don't talk. All right. They're calling you the Brett Favre of Guitar Hero.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not even.
I'm washed up. I lost. Look, I'm getting old
It
in
might be
my
time-
in my gaming career.
Might be time to go into the Hall of Fame, my friend.
Yeah, maybe.
Darryl Stingley would probably be more accurate.
All right.
Is
that game set? Almost.
You ready, champ?
Yeah. He's no good with headphones, but he's good
What
with
happened,
Guitar Hero.
what happened to Tank Hanker?
Where's Tank Hankerus?
He's nowhere to be seen now that his man has lost.
Where is he?
Oh, here's Tank. Tank. You weren't here to help your man.
Yeah, why don't you talk to give Danny a pep talk? He'd love
I
to
don't
hear from
know. You know, first he was going to win when the generator went out. Now he's going to win when the power cable went out. I'm still pulling for Danny. I'm heartbroken here.
Sounds to me like Tank had a little E-Rock anger in there.
Wait a minute, but the competition's over. So
Yeah.
how are you still pulling for him?
Yeah.
I think they need to do one more song.
Why?
Why?
Why do you think that? T to the H.
I don't know. I just think Danny can mop the floor.
Is that what happens in like the World Series? They go, they won, but
That's
let's play out the 7 games.
No, that's like when Frazier went down. What the hell? Let's do one more round.
One more round.
And if they did one more song, it would still be 2-1.
Yeah.
Why would they do one more song?
Best out of 5.
Wow, Tank, you stink. Sam is like the guy when it comes to hyping. Even hyping, people that don't deserve it. But
well, he deserves it.
He's a champion.
We will have a rematch though. I like that idea.
Yeah.
What day? You want to put it on the
tomorrow?
No, let's have some sleep and maybe a couple weeks of practice. We'll figure it out.
Let's say hi to Steve in Texas. Steve.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just wanted to ask Jimmy how many days in a row he's going to make a Daryl Stingley reference that nobody noticed.
Dude, I will say, before I said it, I realized not only did I do it yesterday, but it got a 0.
I think it's 3 days in a row.
No, it's 2.
Yesterday was really funny, Jimmy. I thought you deserved something yesterday. Today was a little iffy.
Okay, you know what? Today didn't go the way I'd planned. Actually, it went the way I knew it would go, which was nowhere. It was like I just rolled an egg on the floor. I didn't even bomb. I just rolled it.
Jimmy.
What's that?
By the way, Jimmy, this is Steve in Texas. I sent you the email a couple weeks ago with the tranny video in it. You replied to me.
What was the tranny video?
Oh, I was just trying to get you to yell at me so I could do a frunkus. I didn't really send you an email.
How would that get me to yell at you? I wanted your address so I can go to my old mail and make sure I didn't delete it.
All right, guys. I guess I'm flaming. I gotta.
Yeah, you better go.
Yeah, right. Take care of Daryl Stingley.
We got Justin from Eversoft on the line. This is the game creator himself, right, Justin?
I'm one of the game creators. See you mocap over there. But I have a copy of Guitar Hero for Evan, which is going to be signed by the entire company.
Oh, that is.
Whoa! By computer programmers, they're going to sign it?
They made the game.
Fuck
Danny.
me, man! God damn it! Fuck!
That green-eyed monster.
I really wanted the guys, who developed Tony Hawk's Pro Skater to I really wanted all their autographs.
Now you're insulting the creators of the game.
Hey, come on.
Hey, so
this
wait.
guy is giving a lot of people a lot of fun.
So you guys have Evan's going to get a signed copy of the game?
Yeah.
So wait, Justin, you do the mocap and stuff?
Yeah.
So you just basically tape golf balls to people. That's a pretty sweet gig.
I actually met Ozzy Osbourne. It was pretty cool.
Doing what?
He actually came in and did the mocap. He got in the suit, and we hooked them all up, and he kicked a piece of tape at me. It was crazy.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Danny, what celebrities have you ever met?
He's got me there.
So basically, all right, Evan's going to get like a signed free copy of the game. A little glory. All right.
Evan, as a programmer, I said this yesterday, this seems like a very easy game to program, but then I found out that actually it's not.
Yeah. No, it's not. I was going to call you out on that.
But a lot of people say it's just it's a complicated version of Simon Says.
No, well, you gotta take there's different difficulties, so they gotta you gotta kind of work at it until it
Justin,
works.
can I ask you a question?
It's a video game.
If it's so difficult to program, and I'm not just busting your balls to bust them, but if it's so difficult to program, how do you? I mean, there's ways to make your own Guitar Hero note tracks, like your note chords. So
I've made custom songs.
Well, there's
it's
a lot of
not that
hackers
hard.
out there that hack it, and they're pretty smart guys who do it. But we do have like a creator, I guess, in the game now, so you can kind of create your own.
Yeah.
So it's so difficult, even you can do it now. Cool, thanks.
Danny's mad at Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
It's a ridiculous thing to say. That's all.
But you're mad at one of the creators now because you lost.
Exactly.
He's a creator. He does mocap.
How deep does this go with you?
Follows ping
He
pong
puts a
ball,
fucking
yeah.
wetsuit on celebrities.
That sounds like a cool job. All right, Justin.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty fun.
Look, we can't do much time on you. You know, it's kind of it's geek talk. You can only do a little bit of that. All right, there goes Justin from Eversoft. All right, you want to start through the fire and the flames? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. Sure. Give me the spotlight.
This is known as one of the hardest songs you could do on Guitar Hero.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not for the fireman.
Okay, enough.
I'm rooting for him to crack 85%.
He's going to start, then we're going to go to break, and we'll see how he does.
Exactly. Is that it? What are you doing? Where's Tank? I got nothing. Fucking Tank is on.
Well, you ought to do it again.
Yeah, you know what he is? E-Rock is talking mashed potatoes.
He's also eating them.
Wow. Jesus Christ. Why is this so hard? It's a lot of notes.
Yeah, you try hitting
Because
those notes
if you're actually not hammer tapping and pulling off, then you're not really doing it. It's like they set this one up kind of like how you'd actually kind of have to play it.
That's very fast guitar playing.
Jesus Christ, look at his face.
Yeah. He's the best. He missed one. He sucks.
What sucks is this goes on forever.
That's good guitaring, though. I'll say that.
Jesus, come on.
Yeah, they're all the same size. Who couldn't do this?
That's crazy.
Strum, 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 strum. Strum, 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 strum.
Is he doing well, Danny?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
This goes on forever, so why don't we take a break and we'll see where Evan's at with this song.
Yeah, I'm going to go take a piss.
Rock and roll. Evan's doing really, really well with Through the Fire and Flames. This
song's still going?
This song is ridiculous.
Where did Guitar Zero go?
He left. Danny did say that Evan's doing a better job than he probably would have done. This song is ridiculous. When you see these notes flying by like this, turn him down a little bit. Speaking of video games, Anthony, did you read today
What happened?
What happened?
He couldn't finish his song.
What happened?
You just got booed?
Wait, what happened? What?
The song
31%.
failed.
91%.
91%.
Yeah, but it didn't finish. Did you finish?
You finish?
Did you
What
finish or
happened,
get
Evan?
booed?
I
What?
failed the song
Why?
You failed.
because I got a certain amount of bad notes too close together.
Yeah, he
So-
failed.
He got 91%.
But you were at 91% before you failed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They're booing.
All right.
Listen to that crowd.
Yeah, they're hostile.
They're pissed.
Boy, they sure are. The fake people on the video game.
Don't
are really
fuck with
pissed
me,
off.
folks.
Sounds like
All right.
it sounds like any O&A appearance at the Hard Rock without the racist comments.
Danny, be honest now. You just you looked at his stats. He found the song officially, but
He did 91% on Expert Fire and Flames. I would have never come close to that.
he didn't finish the song. You left the room.
What?
He didn't finish.
Yeah, he failed.
He failed.
Yeah, he was doing 91%.
Oh.
Then he had a bunch of bad notes in a row.
Oh, completed 91% on Expert.
Yeah, the song
Oh,
failed.
it says completed.
I didn't see that. I thought he actually got 91%.
Oh, yeah, okay. Completed 91%.
No, he completed 91%
Damn,
of the song.
But then failed. Yeah.
But then, epic fail.
I was about to say, because 91 is that's. I mean, if he got
crazy.
through 91% of that, I was
Crazy.
like, holy shit, yeah, that guy's definitely better than me.
But I think that is what that means.
No, it isn't.
I think that means that. I think that is what that means.
It doesn't, primetime. No.
I think so.
Wrapping up our video game segment here, Wii Sports is best-selling game ever. That came out
I
today.
read that yesterday.
Beating out Super Mario Brothers. Wow.
Oh, that's one of Jimmy's favorites.
The original I like, but
Yeah.
this new one it's fucking horrendous.
You don't like driving around in the midair?
Mario
with-
Karts.
Oh, it fucking sucks, dude. It
What
fucking
does it sound like?
sucks. Ba-ding ding, ba-ding ding. Oh, look, I'm gonna drive into the square floating. You fucking asshole. Drive out of the LA like fucking Harry Chapin.
You get so angry.
It's because it's enraging that they could do better and they don't. It would be fun if they looked like real people.
They go with the cartoon angle.
Ding ding.
Because you're a stats guy. Why has Wii Sports beat out Super Mario Brothers?
I would say because more people own the console.
There you
and
go.
Are playing more games.
Video games are hotter than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's packaged with the console.
Right, it's packaged with it. You
Yeah.
can't fucking not have it.
Good point. So they're not actually searching it out on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can play with the whole family too.
I like that.
Which
That's
is
the best
really
part.
nice.
Yeah.
Is
While
that-
you're fucking your daughter, you can play and.
Is Tank hanging?
Jimmy just staring at me.
No, because I was trying to think of a Susan Smith joke.
That was what I was. I thought of it, but it was like 2 seconds too late earlier when we were talking about let the horse out of the barn.
The wee float.
Oh, God, that really stinks. That smells like very bad breath.
Get Tank Hankers in here.
What, coincidence? It's got that mothball-y kind of.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really bad. Why
Tank.
what is that about?
You suck so bad today. You gotta do this for the show. What is this? I want to spray it right under your nose.
Keep it away from me.
Oh,
I go crazy
Can I
with stuff
spray it
like
on your
this.
face?
No.
No, it might be bad for him.
No, not that. On your
right.
cock.
I won't spray it on your face though.
Spray it on your ass.
How about a shirt?
No, that'd be cruel. All right.
What is it?
I'm not saying yet. I want E-Rock to be the first one.
Breath spray?
Where you want it.
It is, yes, but it says raid on it.
All right. Wait.
It's on his hand.
On the shirt, too.
Did it spray?
No, I think okay. Yeah, I think I heard-
I gotta go.
Where you gotta go?
Oh my God!
Get away, get away, get away. I'm not smelling you. I'll fucking shoot you. What are you, crazy? Wow. Oh, shit. Holy shit, that's really bad.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's fucking.
Get on the
Don't
chair.
get on the chair, you fucking maniac.
I don't sit here. It's all right.
You know, you're just making the whole place stink even more. You could have walked out and washed your hands.
Rock. I can't believe you would
Now-
do that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God damn
I
it.
smelled
I
it.
can't believe you would do that.
Wow,
Yeah, you wanna
that's
smell
bad.
this?
Yeah, I do actually.
All right, Danny.
Holy shit.
Oh, no, you're not doing it right.
man.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah. Believe me, I got right in there. Trust me.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Wow.
I don't even know how to describe that.
I do.
It's like,
It
okay.
smells exactly like shit.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
That is smelly ass. That's cracky ass.
Tank, you got a mic?
Oh, God, it's shit. Oh, wait. Wow, that's exactly shit.
Hold on, where are you going?
Don't let the audience smell it.
No, wait. That's
They're
what we
actually
want. Wait,
able
here.
to put shit in a bottle.
Yeah, here.
Dude, that smells like
Wait, get the mic out among the audience. Oh, it really smells like shit. Look, we can't fuck with you guys. Who wants to smell this stuff? Raise your hand. All right. Would you take it on your hand? All right.
Who? All right, come here.
Dude. Oh, dude.
It smells like diarrhea, not even shit.
It's the worst smell ever.
This is Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
You want to put your hand out?
What are you doing?
Put your hand out. Ready?
Let it sink in for a second.
Yeah,
It smells like swamp ass.
it does really.
It gets worse though.
Oh,
Wait.
Fuck.
Hey, Earl. Earl, come here.
Earl.
We got a new sponsor that we want you to check. What? Come here. Earl, come here. Earl, come on. Earl, come on, try it.
Close the door if he comes back in.
Earl,
Come in here.
just smell it. Already.
Oh, God, this is so bad. Dude, it's so fucking bad.
Earl, what's it smell like? What's it smell like, Earl? Smells like your ass.
It really is shit.
I didn't even spray it any on me, and it's on me.
Dude, it's fucking just permeating this room.
Who else wants to smell this?
I don't know.
It's shit.
Hey, Butcher, you want to smell this?
It's shit.
Come here.
If E-Rock had an ounce of balls,
Oh my God! He just sprayed his face.
Oh my God! What did he do? He sprayed it. He sprayed it all over Butcher.
And Butcher's running to the sink. It is
He sprayed
horrific.
it on Butcher's face.
All over his clothes and his face. Talk to the audience. Who else wants to? Who else wants to?
This whole studio.
Anybody else want to try this?
This studio fucking stinks so
I know.
bad.
You'd think we just did our regular show.
Who wants to go for it?
Who else?
Hey, Evan, you want to
I was
try
gonna
this?
say,
Yeah.
I thought it was just on
Come here,
nose
just smell it.
picking
Yeah,
up
smell
Danny's
it.
performance.
It's authentic.
It's authentic. Thanks.
Ah.
Butch is puking?
Is Butcher puking?
He's puking.
He's puking. Dude, it smells so fucking bad.
Well, it's a new sponsor.
What is it?
They didn't spend enough money to get this type of advertising there, Will. This is a freebie.
All right.
Who else wants it?
Danny hit it right on the head, though. I couldn't even describe it. He goes, no, it smells like shit. And then you go, oh my God, it is shit.
It's like,
it smells like fucking shit.
It's diarrhea shit.
Oh, God.
It's like shit in a cadaver.
Yeah. Oh, this is horrible.
Is it on your shirt there, Iraq?
Oh, yeah. It's still on his shirt.
Bro, it is so fucking bad.
The studio fucking reek. Butch is naked in the fucking production studio. He had to take his clothes off.
Oh, they got eye drops, too.
Oh, do they? Great.
God, if I knew this was safe, I would give a lot of money for someone to take it in their eyes.
Never.
I don't know if it's safe, though.
Not for the eyes. That's just to drop it somewhere, like behind a couch.
Yeah. I know. We wouldn't do that, would we?
No. You know, it's going to fucking stink forever.
What do you think has to be here tomorrow morning?
I know.
How
Come
about...
on. Oh, God. It fucking is bad. Really bad.
It's amazing.
This is really, really bad.
We can't do, well...
we can't stay in the studio any longer.
How about we say this? The Guitar Hero match was brought to you by Ashley Madison.
That's good.
You've heard us talk about Ashley Madison. Now create your own Ashley Madison parody commercial. And you might win $5,000. Check out the details on opieandanthony.com. That's opieandanthony.com for the Ashley Madison competition that is going on as we speak. $5,000 up for grabs.
Do you know how many people's cars I want to put this in?
No shit.
Oh, my God. How great would that be?
Perhaps more than that. Why does it come in eye drops? Did anyone figure it out?
Probably so you just drip it on something. You know,
eye drops.
Eye drops.
It's just, are you insane?
Well, you know what I mean. Like the fucking...
You just drop it like on the carpet behind a couch.
Will, what is this stuff? You want to tell the people? It's called liquid ass.
Is it actually called liquid ass?
It's called liquid ass.
Liquidass.com?
Liquidass.com, right.
Somebody's...
Boy, are they going to be freaked out by all the hits they get today, and they better fucking spend a little more money, motherfuckers. See, Will, I'm
way to welcome them aboard, Ope.
Yeah, go fuck you and fuck your product.
Oh,
no, pay us.
Liquid.
Oh. God, dude, it doesn't. You're fucking. Your nose doesn't even get used to it. Tippy Tom has been in this fucking studio, and eventually, you're like, your nose gets used to the smell. Your receptors kind of give up the battle. This won't go away.
All right. I think we've done enough damage for one day.
Oh, how many on me?
Sounds like somebody opened an iPhone.
Fuck you. So it smells like the Verizon store.
It certainly does. Bunch of fucks.
I can't even fucking deal with this studio anymore.
Goodbye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Oh, no, don't. I'm not saying anything, but Jesus.
Yeah, this is just horrendous. Danny, smell this over there.
I smell it.
Get within 2 feet of this.
Dude, I smell it, though.
You don't even have to put your nose on it.
Oh, dude.
Because the more you
dude.
the more you spray, the worse it gets.
Dude, it's so...
The more you spray, the worse it gets.
It's like burying your face in an infant's ass crack. It's fucking terrible.
Does it? Oh, God. Does it have anything on it that says how to remove it?
It's almost like if it was... They somehow perfected, like, you know, if you smell your own shit, it's almost not so bad. Yeah. They perfected smelling someone else's shit. Yeah. Like, it's definitely, like, you smell it and it's like, that's not mine. And that's part of why it smells so bad.
Get Eastside Dave or Black Girl. This is called the little, what do they used to call it in the business? The crossover. Where's Black Girl?
Oh, my God. I can't.
Get Black Girl.
I can't fucking spell this anymore.
It's unbelievable how bad it is. And the more you spray, the worse it gets.
It's getting worse.
Earl. Yeah. Did you smell this stuff yet?
Yes, I do.
Can you smell it as you come into the studio?
Yeah.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad.
What does it smell like? What, you just start broadcasting from the mic?
It smells like the worst kind of ass you could think of.
like a horse's ass. It's worse. I'm going to vomit.
It gets worse. It's just...
I can't take this. Danny, does it smell really bad when you walk right in?
No.
All right, tell me when it starts smelling.
I smell it now.
Okay, keep coming this way.
Oh, it's definitely really bad right here.
Get over here. You're not even going to believe
so
it.
bad.
It smells worse the longer you stay in here.
Once you get here,
This is ground zero.
No, I can smell it.
No, you really don't. You really don't know.
You have no idea until you come over here. You think it's bad over there?
I'm already there.
Just get like right over here.
Don't fuck with me.
We won't fuck with you.
No. Oh shit!
This is so bad and not right.
Dude, it's horrible. That is fucking horrible. I don't know why you would want to sell something that smells like ass, but you've done it.
Well, it's called liquid ass. And they better spend more money on our show. Or we'll start scraping Iraq's tongue and make our own product. Wow. It gets worse
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Where's Eastside Dave? Is he allowed on our show?
Yeah. I don't think so.
He's still not allowed on our show?
I don't think so.
Really?
I'm not sure, but...
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's on my clothes now.
Oh God.
It smells really bad.
Who's choking us?
Dude, why did you... Will, you suck, by the way. Why did you give us this so late in the show? We could have sprayed this on someone and sent them into a Starbucks or something.
Oh shit.
Oh. Do we have time?
We can do that.
I'll fucking see
We
you
can
for
still
a couple
do
more
that.
minutes. Who's willing to spray this and go into Starbucks and then get a cup of coffee?
Let's do it tomorrow, though.
Yeah,
no?
dude, save it for tomorrow.
At like 8:40 when everyone's in stuff.
Dude, yeah, this is crazy.
Eastside, are you allowed on our show officially?
Yeah, I think it's...
As long as you're not showing your ass or
As
putting
long
stuff-
as things don't get inserted, as long as there's no craziness involved.
What does it smell like right now in the studio?
Big time shitties
Big time
and Guitar Hero shitties,
right?
Mixed with Danny's failure shitties. I'm sorry, but that's just what it smells like.
Now
I have a good nose.
I can't stay in here.
Now start walking over here. You think it
can't
smells
stay in
bad
here.
over there. Just start making your way and comment on what you're smelling. Get over here.
I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Get over here.
I can't do anything on this show.
I know, we're just...
I am leaving the show. Ryan Fest noon to 3.
Get over here. Yeah,
Smell right there.
I can't do this.
I know you're not allowed to.
but it's for
By the way, I'm so good on Guitar Hero on the easy. On the easy phase. I wanted to be invited to that, not for shitty smells.
Yeah. No, they did. I sprayed the garbage can, and he's trying to get to the garbage can, and he's smelling even more.
It's so bad in here. I can't.
It's unbelievable.
My stomach hurts.
There's a lot of irresponsibility going on right now. This sucks. You have to clean the studio. Oh, yeah. All right, I think we've done enough damage. Tomorrow, where can we put this? No one else is allowed to use my new toy. Dude, we got to put it, like, it's not good enough to just put it in a bag.
No, the whole box stinks.
What if we got some very cheap sneakers and we spray the fucking shit out of them, so that way it's not like anybody's ruining their own stuff. And,
all right.
And then
I'm
like
with you so
I'll
far.
also like maybe me or whoever can wear these sprayed sneakers that just reek of this, and then just pretend like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Where can we go? Just go somewhere now. We'll figure it out. We don't want to, like, play our hand right now, because
Yeah.
stupid lawyers will figure out how to ruin this one, too.
Just anywhere. Anywhere.
Yeah?
Oh, this is so bad.
It's horrendous.
I gotta get out of here.
All right.
Or maybe we could just get like a cheap, $5 outfit or something like that, and we'll just be completely sprayed in it.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to guard this stuff? Sam,
We can
guard
lock
this
it up.
stuff. Lock this shit up. It's called Liquid Ass. LiquidAss.com. New sponsor. But they didn't spend enough money for this type of attention they got today. I want to acknowledge that. Pay us. Look, you hear people puking all over the place. If that's not an endorsement for your product, I don't know what else to do. Right, Sam?
Right.
What are you guys talking about?
We're trying to develop this bit a little more. Travis had a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Did you write it down?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just say that perhaps it might involve a shoe salesman needing to assist you.
Holy shit, is that a good idea? How are we going to, we got to get this on. Do we have hidden microphones or anything? We'll have to figure out the logistics. Or maybe we'll have, somebody else in the store on a cell phone just kind of talking about what's happening. And that person can get close, make them believe they're talking to somebody else, and get some reaction audio.
Oh, that's another great idea, Travis. Just
What?
we could use those flip cams to
Yeah,
get
we
everything
all love-
documented on the down low.
We love the flip cams. E-Rock took his shirt off, E.
Oh, it's ruined.
The shirt is actually ruined. It ruins shirts.
I soaked it, scrubbed it, and it's drying.
Did I get your belly there?
Yeah. Thank you.
The shirt's really ruined?
Well, I have a lunch meeting later, so I have to go in a
That's
hoodie.
easy as a meeting with lunch.
Lunch, meet E-Rock. E-Rock, lunch. Nice, Danny.
Yeah. Well, I had to try to come back from somewhere.
Wow. Yeah, you were at a bad place. You were certainly at a bad place there for a while. All right.
You're rubbing your belly.
Because it stings.
So, Sam, you're going to guard that.
Yeah.
This can't get into the wrong hands.
Oh, it won't.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, oh, yeah. This is Opie and Anthony material.
That's right. I don't acknowledge anything.
Oh, you
but-
mean a certain...
But it can't get into the wrong hands,
Right.
if you know what I mean.
You like a bearded
I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
comedian, somebody who tells
I don't-
jokes.
I don't acknowledge that. I don't acknowledge videos I might have made,
What videos?
might make in the near future. I don't acknowledge any of that stuff.
They don't exist as far as I'm concerned either.
That's right. But I do acknowledge my fellow hoodies. I want to say hi to the fellow hoodies out there.
Thanks.
And that's all I'll say about that.
This is mysterious.
It's very mysterious. What the hell are you doing, E-Rock?
Try not to breathe.
E-Rock, smell right here. No, please. E-Rock, it's for the show.
He said
Show's over.
He said please.
Yeah, right here. Just smell right there. The Ron and Fez staff have to play a game called Guess Where Opie Sprayed. Because they're never going to find it.
Fez isn't allowed to talk or react to anything today, so he can't cough. Or
Oh,
he
really?
He can't show emotion on his face. Like he can't smell and go.
He can't react, huh?
He can't make a disgusted face.
So he can't react.
No.
Oh, can I see that box again, please? For a second?
Okay.
Just want to make sure you taped it up good.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I wouldn't do anything.
What are you?
I wouldn't do anything as illegal as that.
What are you?
What's that?
You don't even have any tape.
Huh?
I thought you were.
No, the tape's down here.
Oh. Seems like well hidden tape. Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm just
Now
saying.
it's happening.
I'm just getting ideas, you know what I mean?
I like your idea a lot.
Well, it's going to be yours eventually, so.
No, see,
Anything-
now I
any- no, no,
now
anything
I
in
gotta-
here.
Now I got to throw them
No,
off.
put anything in here. Oh, dude, no.
What? No. I wouldn't whatsoever. That would just be crazy.
Oh, okay. It's good you decided not to do that. All right. Just closing up this box here, Danny. We're all done with the bad smelly stuff.
That was a pretty sweet angle I was working before, huh?
Yeah, but it's just not going to work out.
Yeah, we're sure done with our shenanigans.
Because, when you're trying to, hype something up, you don't want to bust your nut all at once. So it's like, have this real great underdog story, like, yo, look, he's talking all this shit, and he loses and stuff, and then he comes back, it's going to be like Rocky and shit.
Right, psych up the rematch, get some of those pay-per-view buys.
I think everybody bought it, too.
Just watch the brilliance in me.
Okay. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Okay. Well. Shh.
Pal Talk's off, right?
Yeah. Not that there would be anything to see.
Okay, almost done.
Oh, yeah, just blowing.
Probably didn't need that much.
Oh, boy.
All right, maybe I'm not that brilliant.
Yeah, you can blot some of it.
Some of nothing.
What? Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'm putting makeup on.
Lipstick, it looks good.
Lipstick, let me blot it. Thanks for blotting that for me.
All right. I think we're done now.
Oh, do you want that banana? Because I really want to do something with that now.
Yes.
Just give it to somebody.
Sam, don't let that get into evil hands.
This box won't leave my possession until tomorrow.
All right. Oh my God! A whole day of fucking with people with this.
Smells
Tomorrow.
like doo-doo.
A little bit. Liquidass.com. All right, guys. Thank you out there for showing up and checking out the show. I'm Last Man Standing, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Right? What?
What are you looking for?
Nothing. All right. I think we've done enough. Ron and Fez, noon to 3. Should be a good show today. Goodbye.